Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day
What
I'm
broke him
hustling.
down? Was it just the
body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there.
You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that
Absolutely,
time.
but I knew he was tough and they're taking those punches.
Dolla Dibiase Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ, Shannon the champ, with the fake champ, Vitaly Vitamin Klitschko.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'ma treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'ma dominate, I'ma dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're going to punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was heavyweight title, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure. He can box. I'm a true champion. I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City. I'm going to step on him. I'm going to crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this. I'm going to crush him. He's a C+ fighter. I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in because I'm going to dominate. This guy is flat-footed, he swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for
Dolla
him.
Dibiase Productions.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. We are back to discuss the manager of Deontay Wilder coming out and telling us that he felt the count was long. Yep. That's what we're discussing. Wilder, his team, Shelly Finkel is actually the person that we're discussing. He is the one that believes that there was a long count. So let me get to the actual quotes and give you the story here. And once again, good morning to everyone joining us. If you're just tuning in, don't forget to smash the like button as it helps with the visibility of the show. And is going to put this show in the eyes of other boxing fans that need to notice new news, right? Finkel says count was, and I quote, a little long. The count was a little long on Fury getting up. The fight was what it is, said Wilder's co-manager Finkel to the SunSport on Tyson's second knockdown in the fourth round. Early in the fight, Deontay, probably around the third round, when he got hit by the ear and it threw his equilibrium off. I said, what happened to his legs? Because he trained so hard. He also, somewhere in the middle rounds, broke his right hand behind the third knuckle, and he has to have that fixed. He has to have surgery. The knuckle is okay. It's the bone behind the knuckle that broke, said Finkel about Wilder's injuries from the fight with Fury. Now, Finkel isn't the only person claiming controversy or conspiracy. Obviously, Finkel's comments about the count being long echo a lot of Wilder fans' comments, and even that includes Andre Ward. Andre Ward felt the count was long. When we're talking about the referee Russell Moore's count of Tyson Fury in the second round. Now, I didn't think it was long. You know what I mean? Like, we've been here before. We know we don't use the clock on the screen. They have referees and officials ringside for that. So the referee in the ring turns to the official to find out where the official count is, and he picks up the count from that official. So the time clock that we see on the ring doesn't always necessarily coincide with the count of the ref. So I see people using like their iPhones and as soon as Fury drops, they got a clock starting. Well, that's not necessarily how it works, but I get it. I just don't know that we want to go down this road yet again, because if we put controversy in this win, so what are we saying? That we want a fourth fight? A little strange to me, as to what it is people want out of this. But regardless of the excuses of Knuckles and long counts, Bob Arum, president of Top Rank, he rates the Wilder Fury or Fury Wilder 3 above Ali Frazier 3. And I quote, "It was a real classic. People are not going to soon forget that fight," said Bob Arum to IFL TV. "It's really the best. People say, how could it be better than Ali Frazier third fight, which to me was unbelievable with it back and forth in his dark arena in the Philippines. I remember it and see it in front of me now when I talk to you about it. That too, my mind, was the best heavyweight champion fight I've ever seen, but this, Fury versus Wilder 3, surpassed it. As great as a fight as it is, Ali Frazier 3, and as much punishment as Ali and Frazier dished out against each other, there wasn't one knockdown. Here, there were 5. And there's something special in a heavyweight fight when you see knockdowns," Arum said. So, Arum comparing this fight to Ali Frazier 3 because of the action that it produced. And I mean, when you think about it, we're talking 5 knockdowns in a heavyweight fight. That's classic. We got excited with Joshua and Klitschko because they knocked each other down, and that made that fight one of the best of the decade because, Klitschko put Joshua down, and the young champion suffered some adversity, came back from that, and rose from those ashes, right? And looked really good. People call that one of Joshua's best fights. So, I get why a guy like Arum wants to see knockouts, and he's a promoter. He knows what the people want. Like, obviously, we want knockouts, We want to see people get up off the ground. We want to see people get put down. But I got 2 super chats coming in from Justin in Milwaukee. Shout out to you, champ. I know you passed your test, and he says, "New job, but we need a new topic, fam. Been like 2-3 weeks, bruh. I get it. But, I got many different pools that I go to, right? And by pools, I mean like groups of listeners, right? Like we got a Discord, we got a Skype chat, we got a iPhone, iMessage chat, we got a Instagram group, right? So it's like I go to all these groups. Hey, any topic suggestions? It's all the same suggestions, people. The biggest news is Wilder Fury. As you can see, the legendary promoter and Bob Arum is comparing the fight to Ali Frazier. News is breaking every day. Wilder breaking his hand, his knuckle, that's news. His team saying that there's another long count, that's news. The pay-per-views doing 600,000 buys, that's news. Fury sounding like he may retire. I mean, listen, Frank Warren is considering that Fury might retire rather than fight Usyk. So, like, there's a lot of people pushing the Fury retirement talk. All that is news because we know that there are people out there that may not be fans of Fury that believe he's going to resort back to what he used to do, go on a party binge, retire, not defend his belts, vacate. So all that is news. Now, listen, I would love to talk about other things, right? But really, what are we going to talk about? This is dominating the news right here. You know, Navarrete and Joet Gonzalez is definitely not bigger than this. You know, just there's nothing bigger than this. You know, even I think I read some headline like, oh, maybe a promoter. I think maybe Frank Warren says Joshua's chinny. I could have did that show to troll, but like, is Joshua chinny? No, it's the heavyweight division. Fury went down, Wilder went down, people go down. It's the heavyweight division. So no, Joshua's not chinny. There's very little out there to talk about. What else was out there? Canelo's happy with Al Heyman. No, he's not. They twist the headline all around and make it seem like that, man. Canelo's just happy to do one-off fights. He ain't happy with Heyman's services. Like, that's not what he said out his mouth. Like, there's really not a lot out there, bro. And this is what I'm saying. When you got a guy like Rolando Romero who constantly puts himself out there, you know, yesterday was his birthday and he was punching a Tank Davis piñata in the streets of Las Vegas. Knocked out a Tank Davis piñata, and then all of a sudden, you know, a car runs over it. So, like, he's making you watch him. These other guys are not. So if they're not giving you anything to talk about, how in the hell could we talk about it? You know? I got to give you 3 hours. You know, I want to get you through your lunch at the very least. And the truth is that Timegate is probably a bigger topic. There's two different sides of the Timegate, you know, and there's the people that believe the clock was too long. And there's people that think it was just another excuse and that this team cannot accept a loss, right? So I believe this is the biggest topic. Look at that. Karma says the piñata was fire. See, that's what I'm saying. People see other people do things. If you're not doing anything, bro, we can't talk about you, man. What are we going to talk about? Like, really, what are we going to talk about? You know, now we can skip ahead to Shakur, but that's what, 2 weeks out? These dudes, Navarrete, Joet Gonzalez, who else is fighting? Mikey, even Mikey. You got to do something to get our attention. You can't just be out here doing a bunch of nothing and want people to talk about you. It's not going to happen. You know, it's just not going to happen. Believe me. I would love to talk about Charlo, but he ain't doing nothing. He ain't fighting nobody. I would love to talk about Andre, but come on, let's be real. He's fighting Jason Quigley. Like, what really is out there to talk about? You know, yeah, maybe Dillian White, but again, that's 2 weeks out. It's 2 weeks out, and that fight is a heavyweight fight that isn't as big as this fight. And, I mean, I'm sure the betting line would indicate that the Wallin White is less probable of producing 5 knockdowns. So, you know, Justin back with another super chat. He says, next week, new topic, bruh. Crying emoji 2 times. Listen, next week we'll have a new topic. Next week will be Shakur fight week or something like that, maybe. You know? Wow, Ignorant Boxing lying, saying Charlo's rematching Montiel. But maybe he should before fucking Canelo says he's gonna fight him. I just don't know. Looks like we got another super chat coming in. Kentrell says, come on, Ness. You know that fight was slower than a snail at a snail's funeral. let's be real. The ref was slow for both parties. See what I'm saying? This is why you got to do this show. There are people that believe the count was long. Who are we to silence those people? Who are we to say, no, you can't give us your opinion on that? No, this is how you arguably get to a full fight. You know? Arguably. But we got Show Kid in the building with the super chat.
SDS Promotions.
Wilder and Show Kid both got cheated. Please, no more Wilder shows. We suspending Wilder news for 6 months. Who seen the game last night? Hashtag still SDS. We don't watch games on this channel, champ. Just saying. So now more and more people. All right, well, there you go. Listen, if you don't want it, we don't got to talk about it. But really, what else is there? Really, what else is there? You know what I'm saying? Kentrell and Phoenix, man, what up? Let me open up these lines. Let y'all get up in here.
Horrible fighter.
Chill, Canelo's too early.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
Kentrell, what up?
Good morning, TVV. Man, I told you yesterday, Wilder became the hottest thing in boxing, even in a loss. I told you that. You don't want to believe me. Wilder is number one. Even Eddie Hearn said it. I watched an interview, and Eddie Hearn was like bragging, like, you know, you can say that Deontay Wilder lost all 3 fights, but man, he is exciting. Who don't want to see Deontay Wilder fight? I know I want to see him, and Eddie Hearn been a hater the whole time with Wilder, so that speaks volumes to what people think about Wilder. Also, I messed up my super chat, man. I meant to say, I do think that the count was long. It was slower than the Snell at the Snell funeral. I think everyone think the count was long, but the referee was fair. He was like slow with Tyson too. So, I mean, it was fair. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
I'm not gonna use any words like fair, slow, normal, because, you know, I don't want to pick a side. I didn't notice it. That's all I'll say.
All right. Well, I don't know if I use the word fair, but I definitely would say that the count was long for both parties. I guess he gave him an opportunity to fight, man. But let's be real. Wilder kind of KO'd. I can't say KO'd him, but I don't know. I'm being biased because I'm a big Wilder fan. But I think Wilder really got him out in that 4th round when he dropped him twice. That's my opinion, though.
Nah, I hear you, man. I definitely hear you. I don't know. Maybe they're going to have to go to the commission. I don't know. I doubt that they are. I think this is just, you know, an interview and a quote. But who knows?
Who do you think would be exciting for Wilder to be back in the ring with besides Andy? I feel like Andy Ruiz would be good, like, stylistically, because he comes forward, but I feel like he's too short, so all the stuff that Deontay Wilder been doing, it would work, and it's only a matter of time before Andy Ruiz get caught real good.
Who would I like to see Wilder in it besides Andy Ruiz, man? Besides Andy Ruiz, let's check that out, man. I'm gonna get back to you. Let me just get some time to pull up BoxRec, right? Let's just get some rankings up or something here, to have a guideline of what it is we want to do in terms of matchmaking. Let me see. All right, here we go. Pulling up these rankings. Sorry for the... Oh. All right, looks like Adrian may be joining us. So in the heavyweight division, we got some names here. I mean, look, people keep saying Trevor Bryant. I think it was you might have said Trevor Bryant in Atlanta. You know, whatever. I'll take it. You know. What else could you do? You know, World Boxing Association is the WBA. People like to say that is what benefits Al. So we'll start with that sanctioning body as it allegedly benefits Al, right? We'll see. So going into that, Dillian is obviously busy, you know, and who else is here? Hunter, that's a dangerous fight. He's a pretty decent boxer, cruiserweight moving up, so he'll have some mobility. Maybe the Robert Helenius fight is the best fight. He's ranked number 3 in the WBA, maybe because of his name and Wilder's name. They can force an eliminator fight for Trevor Bryant. What else is decent? Decent. I don't know. F.A. Ajagba, if they're willing to do that, you know, if Top Rank is willing because they're like, fuck it. You know, we just lost Ajagba to Sanchez, you know. I mean, how good really is he? Let's just keep putting him in with the Wolves, and he's strong enough that maybe if he could hit Wilder, he could keep him down. I don't know. What else is out there? Charles Martin, common opponent with AJ. That should be able to sell some, you know, tickets and gain some attention. Maybe. But let me go out too.
I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
This a Dolla beat.
Hey, Pops, brush my hair one time. And I know all y'all against me. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Let's shut that soft ass shit up.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, what up, Ness? What up, TBV?
Yo, you sounding down over there. You straight?
Man, I'm just tired, brother. I'm just tired. That's it. Can y'all see me?
Well, I think we're still having issues. I see you. You know, I can see. Let me see if we.
Right.
Let me see if we still have.
No,
issues.
it's all good, man. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. So what's the topic today, man? I just got up. I heard a little bit about Wilder.
The topic is the long count, champ. They're saying it was a long count now. And this is his own manager, Shelly Finkel, saying this now. There was a long count. You know, it's not just Shelly. You got Dre, Andre Ward saying this too. You know, so they're adding fuel to the fire, so to speak. You know, giving people a reason.
You know, I'm gonna put it like this. It was a great fight. I want to leave it at that. I think the better man won, and I was rooting for Wilder. I was hoping to get him out in the 5th, but I think that it's just something. It was a great trilogy. We can dissect it. We can do whatever we want with it. But at the end of the day, I think the better fighter won. There were a lot of counts. I think that referee gave those guys a chance to fight, to really go till someone couldn't continue anymore. So there wouldn't be questions like this after the fight, but I think there were going to be questions either way. But I mean, in my opinion, I don't have an opinion on the count. I think that the better guy won that night, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to make it worse or take anything away from Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. It was a great fight. I think they just need to move on. Deontay has plenty of career left, plenty of people to fight. It's always going to be exciting to see knockouts in the heavyweight division. And I mean, Fury wrote his own ticket. So, I mean, they're both going to make a lot of money. They both made a lot of money fighting each other 3 times. So, I mean, that's just kind of my take on it. I'm not trying to look into it or discredit anybody or have anything like that go down off of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. That, you know, I was just asked the same question, and I'm like, look, I'm not picking a side. I'm not, you know, whether it was fair, whether it was long, whether it was the right count. I don't want to really get into it because it's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah, we don't need to cloud it. Like, we don't need to cloud it. There was a knockout win. One guy couldn't continue. To me, that's, they let them guys fight, and one prevailed, one didn't. They both their stock is higher. I mean, do you really think, does anybody really think that their stock both isn't super high, that Wilder's not a warrior for fighting the fight he did, that Fury wasn't a warrior for fighting the fight he did? I mean, both those guys are probably considered, I mean, I know they got to drop Wilder to maybe not be number 2, but like, can't tell me that he's still not in the top 5 heavyweights at this point. He lost to the best, to a guy who hadn't been beaten. So, I mean, there's really no shame in that. We don't shame other fighters for that. Well, I mean, maybe the new generation of boxing,
which is true,
shames
you know,
other fighters. You know,
someone sent me a message like that, like, yo, because you're calling him a warrior, and people are like, yo, are we giving a mixed message to boxing fans that the warrior is the guy that gets beat up? Because no one's calling Charlo a warrior. No one's calling Castaño a warrior. You know, that was a tight fight. And there's more tight fights, right? High-level fights that were tight where they're not being called the warrior. So what is it that we classify or categorize as a warrior? Do you have to get knocked down? Do you have to almost lose in order for it to be a warrior's fight? Like, again, why wasn't Castaño and Charlo considered warriors? And numerous others, you know, there's numerous others out there that don't get this type of praise in their fights. But I'm going to give you more examples in just a bit.
I think that a lot of it comes down to weight class. I think when you go to the heavyweights, there's a prestige in fighting in the heavyweight division that you might not get in other divisions. But I mean, me personally, I mean, I think all dudes are warriors who get in the ring. I think that the politics of boxing make us not call certain people warriors. I think that if you get a fight where we're expecting a certain winner, or that person's should be considered a light touch, and then all of a sudden it's a lot closer than people think, a lot of times we don't want to give credit to the guy that we were doubting. So we don't call him a warrior because he was supposed to be the B side. He was supposed to lose. You know, he was supposed to make the A side look good. And I think that sometimes when you do that, certain matchups, certain politics in the sport, if they're trying to get to another fighter, they're going to discredit the guy that came out and was a warrior.
I'm just saying, why is Wilder a warrior and not Thurman? Thurman fought a legend. Thurman, you know, landed probably more right hands than anybody in a Pacquiao fight. And he got dropped by a legend and got up, and he's considered a bum. He's considered damaged goods. He's considered fragile. He's considered washed up.
Ooh, listen, I'm a big Keith Thurman fan, so I don't think that the guy lost once, so he's washed up. I mean, yeah, does he have inactivity? Yeah, do I feel like since one of his surgeries, maybe he doesn't carry that one-time power anymore? Hey, shit like that happens, especially if you have surgery. But I consider Keith to be a warrior. I mean, that's just general public. I think Keith's a great fighter. I think he's just a fighter that doesn't fight a lot like Gary Russell. You know, you don't see Keith a whole bunch. So, but that's my opinion, right? You know, that's me personally. I know there's a lot of people that call him bum time and got all sorts of nicknames for him. But the dude's a good fighter. He's got a great personality. And I mean, when has he had a boring fight?
Never.
So
never.
People got short memories, man. It's just like if you fought in Border Wars 5, nobody really remembers you unless you fought recently. You know, the public has a short memory. You know, when you only fight, well, he fought Pacquiao, then how long was it before he fought before then? A whole year?
Yeah, something like that.
Right. So, you know, it's why we don't sit and talk about Gary Russell all the time. You know, when you got guys that fight once a year or once every year and a half, I mean, it's hard to keep your name hot out here when there's other people fighting more consistently, especially for a guy like Keith, man. I mean, come on, look at the welterweight division. You don't fight for a year and a half, man. Your name, people aren't talking about you. Not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that's a personal thing. You know, those are people who are probably not fans of Keith Thurman, who are calling him and don't think that he's a warrior and don't think that he's put in the work. I mean, the guy has one loss.
But what about Charlo Harrison? Charlo Harrison, back and forth fight. Good fight.
I mean, those were great fights.
Nobody called those guys a warrior.
Man, Harrison's a dog, man. I liked Harrison, man. I thought he was gonna win the second time. But you know, he got stopped. But I think he was winning most of the rounds up until he got stopped. Once again, I think Harrison's a badass dude, but you know, I think history shows that Harrison does great and gets stopped late. Does a lot of things really well. I don't think the Charlos are necessarily ever gonna get called warriors because of their personality type. I like the Charlos, but I think that maybe their personality is off-putting to some people. And I think that some people don't necessarily want to see those guys be successful or believe that they are, you know, the A+ goods yet. I feel like the rest of the boxing community is waiting for them to prove that they are on the elite level and not just right below it.
Yeah, man. Just a lot of fights. People don't get that same credit that we're giving Wilder. You know, for instance, was AJ considered a warrior, or rather Vlad? Vlad lost. He put down AJ. He went down. Was he a warrior? What about her, J-Rock? That was competitive, right? Back and forth. Any of those guys go down as a warrior?
Man, Hurd always been a warrior because that's his style. Like, he gonna eat punches and outlast you and take you out. But that hasn't worked out so well for him lately. You know, since he ran into J-Rock.
Think about Barrios. He was called the bum of Cherry instead of a warrior. Barrios fought Tank. A big puncher, went down, got up, fought, and no one called him a warrior.
Yeah, but are any of those fights considered as big on a scale of history in boxing as that trilogy?
Again, we're calling it a historic fight or a historic trilogy today. Yesterday, nobody wanted the fight. Yesterday, everybody was saying, it's really 2-0. But today, because he got dropped 3 times, it's a modern day classic. It's better than Ali Frazier 3 and Wilder's a warrior. I'm a little lost. I'm just saying, like, what is the basis of, you know, being a warrior? Like, do we give the loser of the fight the same love for being a warrior? And then in every fight, like, so Barrios is a warrior, then Thurman is a warrior, Harrison is a warrior. Like, no?
I mean, don't you think that anybody that steps in the inside the ring is a warrior?
I mean, maybe you and I feel that way, but ain't nobody screaming it from the mountaintops. That's what I'm saying. This storyline of the fight has become warrior. And it's like, Oh, whoa. Look at this guy. There's a lot of people out here fighting as hard as you.
I think some of that too, though, that's just politics and future marketing as well. You know, we're not going to sit there and call Barrios a warrior, right? The public and everyone, they're not calling him a warrior because have you done a show about Barrios since Tank?
Nah.
Okay. Now,
but Barrios don't got no haters. Like there's plenty of people here. If I do a poll right now with something with Wilder, it's always the negative side that's overwhelming. Like there's people here that don't like Wilder, so they're laughing. He talking about a long count. This dude full of excuses. That team full of excuses. Wilder should retire. That's what we're getting. You know, then you do get the dudes that, Wilder's a warrior. That was a fantastic fight. And then you get your Fury fans. So, Barrios don't have that. He don't have the hate.
Right, but do you think Barrios has that fan base, though?
He don't have the appeal. He don't have the appeal. Ain't nobody talking about Barrios after the fight. Ain't nobody even matching Barrios up after the fight. Like, we haven't matched him. Like, Barrios versus this guy be right. Ain't nobody say that. So
but here's the thing. Barrios did have a good fight, so like why wouldn't we want to see him fight somebody else who's not Tank? That's just me as a boxing fan. You went in there, put up a good fight, eventually he got dropped. But I don't know, like I said, I think it's all marketing. I think it's all politics. That's why we call certain fighters this, certain fighters that. I mean, they're going to want to call Deontay that because he still has years left. He put on a good fight. He showed will. He showed the will to want to continue, even in the face of, knowing that at some point he just needed to land that big right hand again because otherwise it just wasn't going to go his way. But he had the will to go through that. Like I said, I think that's just politics and marketing. You're not going to down Deontay Wilder and totally shit on him because you still want to be able to match him up with other heavyweights and make money. I mean, that's, at the end, if you look at it as a business, that's how the game goes. Wilder still has a high dollar value to his promoter, so they still want to put him in a good position to make fights and make money.
All right. I mean, look, he is in a good position. Because of the name recognition and the value of that name. You see, again, I keep bringing up Andy, who got offered $5 million from Eddie off a loss. So, the thing is that is Wilder going to be receptive to doing business with people that send them offers, or is PBC going to rebuild them on their own, in-house, internally? Or will they be? Because Andy got offers. Andy's getting offers all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Mahmoud Chard wanted to fight Andy. And you see he produced the money for Lovejoy. So, Dillian wanted to fight Andy. And, obviously Ariola wanted that Andy fight. He got it. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should just build, they can build him in-house. They can do whatever they want with him. He's a big enough name that it's not like people aren't going to want to fight him. I think that there's a lot of fighters, let's be out here, probably licking their chops because they're seeing, not that there weren't chinks in the armor before, but think of it for some other fighters, they're seeing like a chink in the armor. So they might be out here trying to get that fight now. Guys who didn't want that fight before. Now that there's a clear blueprint on how you can beat Deontay Wilder.
There is a blueprint. The thing is, can someone else produce that level of excitement and can they produce the performance that it takes to beat Wilder? Like, you got to be brave. Fury got hit, and he got hit hard. And he got hit hard because he had a late reaction to the knockdown. My man took like a wobbly step and then, just kind of fucking fell straight down. It was weird. You know what I mean?
He got dropped. You could see it in his eyes when he looked up.
Yeah, and
he almost had that Ortiz look.
he does lay on that floor kind of relax. You know what I mean? He takes every second he wants. But I don't know, again, that, whether it was a long count, man. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was more in the, oh my God moments. I was in that like, wow, look what just happened. But yeah, man, let me go out to some of these callers here, looking like a new caller. 8:30, what up?
What's up, Ness? How you doing, man?
All good. Who's this?
This Corey calling from Texas.
Corey.
Originally from Philly, but I moved out to Texas. But I listen. I ain't a new. Well, I guess I could say I'm a new caller. I listen to you every day at work.
Oh,
but I'll be wanting to call in between stuff. But so I listen, but I just ain't never called in. I'm gonna agree and disagree with Wilder and Finkel right now, Ness. I'm gonna just say I agree. Yes, it was a long count, but I disagree because I counted it myself and I replayed it 20 times, and I was like, I can see how the ref counted an 8 or 9. I counted like 15 times. I was like, no, I still get a 9 count because they looking at the clock seconds, but I'm looking at like a track and field, like somebody who's timing track and field or something. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I did that so many times. Like I still get 9. So yeah, you could say it was a long count, but I don't think the ref did a bad job. I think he was fair.
Yeah, man. Do you think it?
But I mean, he still got.
So since you think it's fair, you don't think it warrants another fight somehow?
It warrants another fight if Deontay Wilder goes and ranked in what you've been pulling up all week on the show, the IBF. If the IBO has a heavyweight or not, or the WBA, the WBO. If he goes and gets ranked in all of those, then yeah, it'll win another fight if Fury is still boxing. But I can see Fury maybe dropping one of those titles. But what Wilder needs to do, I think, is just go become the top guy in all the sanctioning bodies and then go from there.
All right.
So that's it, bro, man. Keep on doing what you do, man. I listen to you every day at work. Sometimes I don't call in because sometimes I'll be in the middle of, I'm a delivery type dude, so sometimes I'll be in the middle of delivery. I'm like, man, I can't call in right now. Something happened.
Oh, man, we just appreciate you listening, bro.
Yeah, so keep doing it. What you got on, who you got on Herring and, what's his name?
Shakur.
On Shakur Stevenson. Who you got winning that fight, Ness? You got Shakur winning? Okay.
Yeah, Shakur, man. I gotta go with him, man.
And then this guy this weekend versus Mikey Garcia, is he going to give him any problems, or what do you think?
Problems with who? With Herring? I mean,
no,
maybe.
I'm saying this weekend. This guy that's fighting Mikey Garcia this weekend on the zone.
That's what he's talking about.
One of our listeners, Trav FDY, does believe the guy Sandor could be some issues, but I he gotta, he's coming out of nowhere for me. He's got to prove, he's got to make me a believer.
Right. All right, brother. I'll be listening. Some good fights coming up here in October and November. Can't wait, man. Keep doing your thing, Ness. I love y'all, man. I'm out.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. We got some super chats I got to get to. Looking like we stopped that show, kid. And you know the number to call in, 14255-669-5241. Press 1 one time. Looks like Olu says, allegedly Fury couldn't run 3 miles a month before. I don't know what you even mean. I mean,
hey, don't forget to smash that like button, though, for real. You got 469 people in the chat, only 113 likes. Smash the like button.
Where's the love?
It's free.
Where's the love? Hit that thumbs up. Hit that like button. We going out to my Gene Bed. Edison, what up? New Jersey.
What's good, Ness?
What up?
I don't really got much to add to this whole situation. I just think it's sad. Excuses. I mean, they never stop in this camp. The other thing is, like, it's not seconds. People have to get that out of their head. It's the referee's count. So, and on top of that, the other thing that you have to realize is Tyson Fury was going directly from the count because he was aware of where the count was. You know, it's not like he was completely knocked out and then they gave him time to get up. No, he was going off the count. So, I don't know, bro. Excuses. Kind of throws, I don't know, man. It kind of devalues the sport, devalues the win. It's ridiculous. But keep on going, brother. Great show.
All right. Looking like we got Chris in the ATL. What up? Chris?
What's good, Ness?
What up?
What up? I just want to comment on two things here. The count. Look, I think you kind of saw it in the first fight. I think the refs in these fights don't want to be they don't want to be the ones that make the call. They don't want to get, they don't want to make it seem like they stepping on the scales for any fighter. So I think he just, was like, look, I'm going to let these guys fight it out. May the best man win. I think it's kind of borderline-ish, but it is what it is, and the result is what it was. In terms of Warrior, Deontay Wilder's Warrior, and I've called in. We've chopped it up. We've mixed it up, and I'm not no Deontay Wilder. I've been very critical of him, but in this fight, the dude showed he was a warrior. A warrior is somebody who goes to war, to battle, willing to put his life on the line, who does not quit, does not submit, does not surrender, goes out on his shield. And Deontay Wilder going in the ring, toe-to-toe, taking knockdowns, getting up, fighting back against a guy who outweighed him by 40 pounds, never showed any sign whatsoever in the ring that he wanted to quit, that he wanted to surrender. He was willing to go out on his shield. And that's why everybody all over the world is giving him props for being a warrior, including myself. That's my call on this.
Man, we needed to ask him about some of them other fighters, man. Why they not being labeled as warriors, though? That's the debate. That's the debate. Why isn't, any other fighters that are putting their lives on the line being considered warriors? I mean, Barrios went up against all odds. He was a bigger underdog than Wilder, and he got knocked down multiple times and got back up, and fought and tried, He just could not get a knockdown. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do we skew the rules? Do we bend them if a dude is knocking people out? Like yesterday I had a panelist on by the name of Knockouts with Nika, and, she was not a Shakur fan because he doesn't get knockouts. And it's just like, do you become a warrior if you can punch? Like, because, I feel like Barrios up against all odds. He should be considered a warrior too. Just saying.
No.
Say again?
No, I was going to say, yeah, no, most definitely. Especially you're a warrior when you go in and put on a performance like that against somebody you're not supposed to beat. No one's picking you to beat. I think that adds a big part to it. When you're that underdog. Look at Danny Garcia for a while. Everybody was supposed to beat Danny Garcia, and he would show us different every time.
Yup. Let me see here. We're going to Corey. What up? And this is Corey in North Carolina.
Yeah, man. What's going on, TBV fam? Yeah, man. As far as the long count, I think the ref did one knockdown that Wilder got. He said 5 twice. Man, look, man, I bet money on Wilder. He lost. In this fight, man, I just saw Fury a better boxer. Wilder needs to improve technically. I think everybody talked about the first round. Fury made an adjustment in the second round and took all that away. That body he jabbed to the body, he took it away. Wilder couldn't do nothing. It was like he was lost from that point on. And I think that Fury just outboxed him, man. He outsmarted him in the ring. And I think Wilder's value has went down now because the blueprint is out on him. Those little young up-and-coming guys, Jared Anderson and Michael Hunter, those boys will give Wilder problems, man, because Wilder can't – I don't think he can handle somebody coming forward. He's not used to people attacking him. It kind of reminds me of, like, you say in the hood, the man got that fire over there, you know what I'm saying? And then, you go over there one day and you get something from him, but it ain't fire no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, do you still go around proclaiming that you got fire because you just sold me some homegrown? You know what I mean? So are we going to go down that avenue with Wilder? You know what I mean? Like I said, I just feel that the blueprint is out on him already. Am I wrong for feeling like that?
I mean, I just feel like, yeah, there's a blueprint, but who else could do it? You got to be willing to walk through that fire. Fury went through that fire, man. He got knocked down 2 times, and Fury is a great boxer. That's what people don't get. They keep calling Wilder a bum, but he put a great boxer down 4 times.
He did. He did put him down. I think Fury just got careless though, he said,
but that's
this
not
all
Wilder's
you bringing
problem.
to the table.
That's not Wilder's problem. Wilder's problem is to land that right hand, and that's what he done.
Yeah, he did that. I just think his stock went down, man. Honestly, I really do, man. I think, like you said, the blueprint is out there. And I think a lot of, like you said, the ones who's going to be daring enough to get in there, Michael Hunter, that little Anderson guy that fought on the undercard, them boys, they ready, man. And I just see them giving them a lot of problems, man.
We'll see. Champ, let me get to some other people.
I appreciate the time.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, thanks for letting me jump the line. Ness, thank you. Appreciate you. Check it out. You talking about that word warrior, right? Let's replace warrior for freak. Because if you have a girl and you finally get with her and you find out at that moment that she's a freak, guess what? She becomes a freak. Now, with warrior, the way I'm looking at it is, in that fight, before I came there with that fighter, I didn't know this about them. Because the first fight with Wilder, he was a draw. We would know he waited for the right, blah, blah. The second fight, he got dogged out. He wasn't known for anything. But now in the third fight, there's a new discovery that he's a warrior. Just like if you find out someone's a freak. All these other fighters were already known, like Thurman, like this. We already knew that about them. But now we got this new pronoun to put in front of the fighter in front of us. Now, the second thing I want to say is, right now, we're supposed to be in that 30-day thing that while Fury's supposed to answer and say, hey, I'm going to do this, hey, I'm going to do that, and Suleiman is behind it, saying, no, I'm going to give you time, I'm not going to give you time, it was 2 Red Bulls, it was Cumbuterol, it was, so that's a good topic to see what's going to happen, what's going to do, and we can really see Suleiman for what he is, which is a politician. Bro, he picks and chooses because he's not going to enforce any 30-day bullshit. Or Fury will say, take your belts and throw it in the trash a la Riddick Bowe. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good topic. Maybe you covered it already. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with this. I missed the days of a Thursday and Sunday show. I knew everything. But anyway, I respect your grind and the opportunity to share here. Remember, either you're a freak or a warrior. It's the same shit. But the thing happens, you find out when you lay your head down at the bed at the end of the night, you say, oh, shit, that was a warrior. All right. Thanks for letting me share. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We going out to Aaron, Cali. Wait. Wasn't I about to go to somebody else? Who was I going to here? Corey in North Carolina. What up? Corey.
You got me already.
Yeah, you already went to him.
Oh, all right. Well, Aaron, talk to me.
What up, Ness?
Another day, another show.
Yeah, look, the only casuals in the media spin that narrative that, who's a warrior and who's not. I mean, hardcore boxing fans know who the warriors are. I mean, Wilder is in that, but so are many other fighters. So I think we just got to understand the context of it. And I think what defines a warrior fight and the boxers that are in them is the quality of fight and what's on the line. This was a trilogy. This was the heavyweight championship of the world, and the quality of fight was so high that there's no way you could say Wilder wasn't anything but a warrior. Mind you, compared to all other boxers that you named, Wilder's outweighed by probably 50 pounds going into the fight. That is unheard of. And for what he did, there's no way you can't define that he's not a warrior. As far as the count is long, again, look at the context. They asked Shelly Finkel the question. He just thought it was long, but he's not making an excuse. Why is it every time they ask, even Wilder about the suit, he makes a comment, but he's not saying, I lost because of the suit. I lost because of the count. They just say, hey, know what? The count was long. Via Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. As soon as the fight was over, Don King and Tyson was talking about the count was long, but they didn't make an excuse to say they lost because of the count. They're just mindful of it. Again, I think going back and you look at the tape, you got to look at the side judge and see where that count was at, where that judge was at compared to where the ref was at on the count. But regardless, I don't think Wilder's making an excuse because of the count. Will it definitely promote a fourth fight? I think possibly, but there has to be a lot that has to happen in between. Joshua, Wilder fight, Usyk Fury. A lot of would have to happen, but the money is there for a fourth fight, no doubt about it, because the quality of the three fights were very high. So. That's my call.
I mean, Adrian, is the money there? 600,000 pay-per-views. Now there are rumors that the men only got paid $6 and $10 million each. So then I guess that 600,000 works. But there was also rumors that they got paid 30 and 20. So I don't know what's the truth.
The money for the fourth fight, I think the money's only there if we see Fury go on to either become undisputed. I think that definitely would be a nice chip to add to it. And I think that Wilder needs at least 2 or 3 knockout wins to look impressive, like Dominic Brazil type knockouts. He needs to blow through a couple guys, get his confidence back, give him time to, hopefully try to develop some other skills for a fourth fight to happen. But that's just my opinion. I mean, he definitely needs a few knockout wins. Fury, I think, needs to go defend that title again, maybe snatch those other belts up, and then I think you're looking at a really big fight. Because, I mean, honestly, after the last fight, who's not going to be entertained by a fourth fight? I mean, we might all sit here and go, if Deontay hasn't changed, we're going to get the same fight again. But I'm not going to be mad at the same fight again. It was a beautiful fight. So, yeah, I think there's money for a fourth fight, but it's definitely down the line. And, hopefully Deontay can get himself back in position to fight for undisputed.
All right. Let me get to what looks like.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, what up, Ness? I'm listening to you talk about warrior. Like, I think that the term warrior is something similar to what that last caller said. It has to do with like casuals and the media, but also it's really the bloodthirsty nature of the sport that we all love. I mean, when you see somebody giving like literally bleeding with an eye swollen, you hear they got a broken jaw, fighting when they can't see, like an inhumane amount of punishment sustained in a performance. That's when people want to give you the label of warrior. Like, that's your consolation prize for really a loss. When you think about it, when y'all were in Atlanta and called that fight, what was it, Darren Cunningham and Ambo, I would say that you were calling Darren Cunningham a warrior after that fight, correct? I think that you used that term for Darren Cunningham because he was getting his ass knocked down but kept getting back up. Eye was swollen, big-ass cut, 2 cuts over his eye, but he was fighting to the very end. So I think, like I said, the bloodthirsty nature of boxing and people who want to see blood and people get up despite getting beat up for their entertainment, that's the least that people can give them, I guess, by giving them the label of warrior. Like, this is what we give to you, even though you lost. Even sometimes when a guy wins after he gets knocked down, this and that, you put on a performance, you entertained us by sustaining this amount of pain and suffering and injury. So you know what? You're a warrior. I think that's what my definition of it is, man. And then, like, a lot of times, like, when they complain about Shakur, Devin Haney, they too good. Like, they're not taking that kind of punishment. I'm not putting myself in a line of fire. I'm outboxing and I'm making you look bad. You know what I mean? So they get upset at that. They're not getting the blood that they want. They're not getting the broken eyes and orbital bones with Devin Haney and Shakur. They're getting out the fucking way. I'm hitting you and I'm not getting hit. And you hear people try to down that style, like, oh, the hit and not get hit is ruining boxing. They want blood. It's very simple. And the Devin Haney and Shakur ain't giving you that. They too good. So they're not ever going to get the label of warrior unless they get a broken jaw and they keep getting up a broken orbital bone. They want to see blood. It's just that simple, and that's my call.
All right. We got Christian Otero, professional boxer, gonna be fighting this month in New York City. Well, actually in Baltimore, right? In the Maryland area?
That's a fact.
Under the Tony G, or is it Tony Jeter? I had a call with him.
Tony Jeter Promotions.
Yeah, I called him Jeter by mistake. He was tight.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. I came on here just to, let Mario know. I hope you feel better, bro. Take some Theraflu or some tea, because I can hear it in your voice, right? And also... right,
that's Adrian. That's why you think he's sick. If you hearing the show and you think that's Mario, that's why you think he's sick, because that's Adrian.
Oh, my fault, Adrian. What's good, brother? Yo, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Going down?
It's a pleasure to meet you. And also, I came on here to announce that I'm going to be fighting Nesto on Border Wars in December. No, I'm kidding. You feel me? But more or less, I appreciate you guys for always showing me support and love and shit. And, I know y'all show is about Deontay Wilder's development, right? So I'm going to get to that. So I wanted to let y'all know that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? Let me tell you why, right? For instance, example. You see how old people, when they get older, they get more stubborn, right? That's more or less where that's the level that you could put him on, because maybe he's not old, but he's 35 years old. So it's true. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, So I don't really see Wilder, getting any development, unless he deals with a high level coach,
Wow, so you think the coach wasn't? I think the coach is good. Listen,
I think
he just needs time. It's the first fight, and you fought the best fighter in the world, one of them anyway.
I think Malik Scott is a very good coach, but I think he still has a lot to brush up on, I feel like, doing pads is very choreographed, so I don't really think that's gonna, play a part, and I feel like it all depends on the experience. Like, for instance, right, me and my brother, we don't train anymore, right? But my brother he came to a plateau,
and his fighter just lost. His fighter just lost. He looked very bad. He got dropped in the first round last week, right? And, you know, the development goes both ways, you know? As you can see, I got back with my old coach, Marco Suarez, right, who also trained Christina Cruz, Steven Martinez, Luis Cruz, you know? And all of these guys, you know, made it to where they needed to be until they got stubborn in their life. You know, so it's all about the development between the coach and the fighter. You know.
So I got a question. I got a quick question. Now we know Wilder's defense is a problem, especially going backwards and you as in fighting. Do you think that he could ever learn a better defense, or do you think he's also too old and stubborn to learn a better form of defense because the defense he has now is no good?
I mean, look at Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali didn't really have good defense. He got hit a lot, you know. So, you know, it all depends. It all depends on the person. To each his own, you know. But it all depends on the development. And honestly, he's too old to be able to develop.
You tripping?
You know? No, I'm not tripping because Luis. Let
me tell you, man. I guarantee you, what we seen in that pad work comes out versus a lesser opponent. Versus
heck no, let him fight. Let him fight Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz gonna stop him too.
You crazy? Andy Ruiz gets stopped. Listen. You gotta remember, Wilder still put Fury down 4 times in 3 fights. That's above average. That's more than 1 per fight. Andy went down
because he doesn't have a chin. That boy don't got no chin.
Oh, nobody got a chin versus Wilder, Papa. That's what I'm trying to tell you. and Andy has been down by lesser men. Andy isn't. Fury is in a league of his own. He's the first man to get up and stay up.
So you're trying to tell me Anthony Joshua is a lesser man when Anthony Joshua and Wilder had about the same amount of experience in the amateurs?
Joshua got nothing to do with this statement. Joshua got nothing to do with this statement.
So what are you trying to
I'm saying that he fought the creme de la creme. Regular dude.
No, he fought a very decorated fighter. I'm not gonna lie. I don't take nothing away from.
And that's what I'm saying, though. You trying to act like any heavyweight could do that. You fucking crazy. Now, first of all, let me tell you, it's gonna be hard to teach him defense because there still ain't gonna be dudes with the balls to give him action in the ring in terms of sparring. Cause they seen Fury's.
Right.
Yo, did you see the video of Fury's whole life shake with the right hand? My man, he sent the tidal wave from his forehead to his stomach. Go watch that video. Shit is insane.
Well, you know what I say? All right, pertaining to the other day, right? The other day you was talking about how when Fury put on 30 pounds, did that really play a part in the fight? Let me tell you something. In the heavyweight division, all you need to do is land one fucking punch, bro. Like in the first fight, this dude Wilder was 220. This motherfucker was 260 or something like that, right? Fury. And that didn't matter. The weight didn't matter.
It did
so
matter.
He had 45 pounds. He had 45 pounds on Wilder.
He wasn't 260 in
that
the first
fight.
fight.
The weight didn't matter.
It
At
did.
the end of the day, once you get hit in the heavyweight division, all it takes is one.
Champ, think about this. How you gonna sit here and argue that the weight didn't matter when he told you I'm putting on weight, and then he put on more weight? It made a difference.
Look at when Steve Cunningham dropped Fury. That nigga be 200 pounds.
What you mean?
200 pounds. So what's the difference? At the end of the day, in the heavyweight division, weight doesn't matter. All it takes is one punch.
Bruh.
Just like you said.
You crazy, bro. Listen, you hit a heavyweight, they got more of a probability of taking your punch than a dude your weight, man. There's more weight to absorb the punch.
But you contradicting yourself because you just said that Fury. You just said that when Fury put on 30 pounds, did that play a part in this fight?
I said yes.
Really think about it. Look at the bigger picture, bro.
I said it did play a part. He put on weight to absorb the punches.
So why are you going back to that, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. You know I know this boxing shit, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, champ. Listen to me. The first fight, Wilder was 212, and officially he was 209. Everybody know that. I don't know why they got 212 on BoxRec. I was at the fucking weight.
Cunningham?
No, Wilder. But
damn,
whatever. Fury came in 256. So how many pounds is that? 34 pounds?
That's like 50 pounds. That's like 40 pounds. Yeah.
All right.
Damn, yeah.
So then he comes in the second fight at 273. And then the third fight, 277. Bro, he put the weight on strategically. Right. If you can't see that, you tripping. You blind.
Well, you know, I hope you go back to this live stream later.
Let me ask you something. You spar all the time. You don't always spar dudes your size. You gonna tell me when you happen to spar?
I spar 160 pounders.
I didn't. So
I spar 160 pounders.
So are they taking your shots the same way 120 pounders is?
In preparation for this camp, I already dropped 360 pounders, and I made somebody throw up with a body shot. One of Devin Haney's signees.
Why you putting my man Canal out there? I seen you posted you was sparring and he don't look good in
you just put him out there. That's my boy.
You put him out there.
That's my boy. You just put him out there.
You posted the pic of him looking sick after the body shot.
Nah, but I didn't say no names.
You just said Devin Haney. That's my brother. You just said Devin Haney.
I said Devin Haney signee. I didn't say his name. Come on, bro. Don't put me on blast, bro.
Bro, you put yourself on blast.
I don't care. I'm a demon, bro.
Oh, you don't care. So you wanted to drop his name.
I don't.
You wanted to drop his name.
It's a dog eat dog sport at the end of the day.
Yo,
this is a dog eat dog sport.
Why you do my man Shimon Canal like that?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna put myself on blast. He whipped my ass in the first sparring session that we had, and he bruised both my eyes.
You better put yourself on blast, because when Devin Haney Promotions hit us, they coming for you.
It don't matter. I want everybody. I want all the smoke. For me, it don't matter who it is.
You got a tough fight as it is. You the B-side in your fight, so you better chill.
So that don't mean nothing. I'm about to get a bag. And I'm gonna fill up the stadium. For me, and I'm gonna knock this boy out. And I'm not gonna sign with this motherfucker.
You the B-side, I heard.
That's how real I am. You feel me? I'm opportunistic. That's what I do. You feel me? Yeah, I may be a clout chaser, but at the end of the day, I talk the talk and I walk the walk, baby. You know that. You gonna see in 8 days.
I hope. Coach Mitty said he wants you in Border Wars. Borders is open in November 9th.
I'll be there in December. You know I can't fight in no shit like that. I'll probably knock one of them boys out.
Oh,
but I was gonna say nah, but yo, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Boxing Voice, you know, for being such a great podcast. You know, I watch you guys every morning, you know, and you just y'all have such vital detail and arguments is just like off the chain. Like sometimes I have to turn the shit off because I get mad.
Yo, Otero, they just called you the new Lovejoy. Oh shit.
Nah, they bugging the fuck out, nigga. I got mad experience as an amateur. I was number 7 in the country as an amateur.
Yo, they said
I won national titles. I fought Richardson Hitchens. I fought Rashad Marti, the Albanian Bear, the body snatcher. You feel me? Even though I'm the new body snatcher, they call me the packer upper. You feel me? I ship niggas out. You feel me? That's what I do. I make niggas throw up in the ring. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you feel me? We're going to see Chris Lovejoy on October 23rd. Make sure y'all tune into Vice Sports, a.k.a. BXNG TV. You feel me? Make sure y'all download the app now.
Oh, shit. Right? He went with BXNG. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes, sir, baby. Yeah, yes, sir. We back. We back. Next week, we are back. Y'all going to see some shit. I promise you.
I better.
I don't only talk the talk. I walk the walk.
You talking crazy. I better see something.
Yo, Chris Lovejoy don't even come on your show, so tell them niggas to stop acting like that, bro. Because they could come to Border Wars, and I'll bring my sparring shit, and I'm going to bring my family, too. I'm going to be there December 11th, so
good.
I'm not playing.
We're going to make you a celebrity commentator.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know I'm going to talk my shit, boy. Word. Shout out Nesto, man. Shout out Nesto. Shout out Mario Munguia. For me, shout out. Bro, what's your name again?
Adrian.
Shout out to my boy Adrian. You feel me? King Amin, that's my boy right there. I fuck with King Amin. You know, and I just want to say shout out to the Boxing Voice because, like I said before, y'all be giving some vital information. You feel me? Y'all keep me on game. You feel me? Like Gilly the Kid, and I'm gonna keep talking my shit because at the end of the day, I'm confident in my skills. You feel me? I ain't no Chris Lovejoy. Y'all niggas is bugging the fuck out. Chris Lovejoy is yo,
that shit got him tight.
Yo, y'all bugging, bro. You feel me? This nigga Nesto look like a fucking Dominican Joe Joyce, and y'all hope you're talking about Chris Lovejoy. Like, come on, son. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Give me Darren Covington. Give me any of these niggas. Give me any of these motherfuckers. I'll take them out. You feel me? Hector Camacho gang. You feel me?
Yo, you better take out this dude. Shoes to fill. This dude look like he African. Them dudes
bro,
be having
I'm not
hard
overlooking
skulls.
him. I'm not overlooking him. I'm not overlooking anybody. You feel me? My opponent hasn't fought since last year, February, so he has a lot of brushing up to do.
Bruh, you ain't fought in a minute, too.
I ain't fighting 6 months. That nigga ain't fighting over a year.
Bruh, 6 months is half a year.
That ain't nothing, bro. I've been in the gym. You know where I've been at? I've been with Coach Mustafa. You feel me? I'm back to my old coach now. You feel me? Getting that crazy dog work. I'm already on weight. 8 days out. I'm already on weight. Understand? And I came down from 165. You read my article. You feel me? Make sure y'all tune into New York Fights and y'all read the article. Link is in my bio. You feel me? And read up what I've been going through in the past 7 months. Even though, right, it doesn't matter what the fuck I've been going through. Nobody cares about what I've been going through. What matters is how I'm going to move forward. And October 23rd is going to be a statement to make. I promise you.
What weight you fighting at?
I'm going to be fighting at 130-pound catch weight.
130?
130, boy. I ain't playing. So we about to take over.
Wow. Look at this guy.
Yeah. Ain't no cap for me. Hey, babe.
So you cut 35 pounds during camp then? You walk around at 165 and then, what, you cutting 35 or more?
Well, I didn't mean to blow myself up, but yeah, I did that because, Nesto, send him the article for me. But more or less, I cut 35 pounds because, I went through a lot of personal circumstances with my brother and my former manager and stuff like that. And I'm not going to put them on blast, but more or less, I went through a lot with them and, I had to, go my own way. And karma's a bitch. You feel me? And now I'm doing what I got to do. You feel me? I converted to Islam. I'm Muslim now. And alhamdulillah, you feel me? I'm just doing what I got to do to become something in this sport. You feel me? Because I'm going to stay relevant. Understand? I'm not gonna be no pushover. You feel me? Ain't no blemishes on this record. On this record.
Props to you for being on weight 8 days out though. That's you definitely coming in shape if you're on weight ahead of time instead of trying to make it right at the end.
You know what they say? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I cook for myself. I eat my vegetables every day. I make my own food. I know what I'm putting in my food. I ain't putting no clenbuterol in my food. You feel me? I'm definitely putting some accent. You feel me? Some adobo. You feel me? Adobo is OD lit. And I'm just eating the right things. And I'm making sure that I'm maintaining weight properly. Because at the end of the day, health is wealth.
So where are you going after this catch weight at 130?
So after this catch weight, I'm maintaining weight and I'm gonna stay at 130. You feel me? We're about to campaign at 130, and inshallah become undisputed champion at 130. That's my main goal right now. After that, it's payday. You feel me? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You better tell that
niggas
dude
is
to get
crazy.
out of here.
Word, bro.
Yo, so how do you even pronounce this dude's name? What is it?
Ibrima Jawara.
Oh my God, he sound like he sound like he not taking, bro. He sound like he not going down at all, or getting stopped.
Hell no.
He sound like
I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna break him in half.
Oh man, who's his trainer?
Yo, bro. Who? His?
Yeah.
I don't even know his trainer.
You supposed to say,
I
I
don't
ain't
even know
worried
his
about
trainer.
his
I don't want
trainer.
to.
I don't care who his trainer is because his trainer can't get in there and fight for him. He's a C-class
No, he
fighter.
can't.
I'm an
Just like my
A-class fighter.
just like my trainer can't get in there and fight for me. You feel me? When I was getting my ass whipped in camp, you feel me? My trainer was looking away, like, damn, son, what the fuck? But as I got better, he was like, wow, you could see the development. You could see what he's eating. You could see how he's eating these motherfuckers up. You feel me? Oh, yeah, and his name is Ibrahima Jawara, right? My opponent, right? And you want to hear something important about this fight? We're both Muslim. His mother just passed away. God bless her soul. You know, my condolences to my opponent. You feel me? And I know he's coming to fight, but I'm sorry, bro. You're going to have to take this out. Right. You know, and I'm just, you know, like I said again, I'm sorry for my opponent, you know, and the passing of his mother. He lost his mother about 3 weeks ago, you know. So I'm just praying that, you know, he's okay, right? And I also pray, inshallah, right, that both of us come out of the ring safe at the end of the day. Because I'm humble, you know. I'm very confident in my game, very, very confident. But I'm not gonna sit here and be disrespectful or downplay my opponent or anything. You know, I got the drift on him. You feel me? I ain't worried about nothing. You feel me? Nobody is fucking with me. You hear me, Nesto?
I hear you.
Right now, nobody's fucking with me. So just be ready for the statement that I'm about to make. Right? I'm done talking. I just want to shout out the Boxing Voice again. I love y'all. You feel me? This is like arguing with my brothers, you know, and my real brothers, you feel me? Even though I don't even fuck with my brother, you know, I haven't spoken to him in 5 months, you know, and I love him too. Shout out to Juan Otero, Coach Juan Otero. You know, I hope you continue to prosper in this sport and you continue to become something, even though you're trying to take my dreams from me. You try to take my dreams from me, and you threw me in the gutter.
Damn,
you know?
bro. Ain't nobody even know all that. You putting it all out there.
Yeah, man. You don't do that to your blood, man. But you know what they say? Sometimes blood ain't always loyal.
Come on, man.
Real talk.
That's just water under the bridge, man, in a few days.
That's it. For me, that's me. That's my fault. That's me blocking my blessings. You feel me? And that's me always trying to let people manipulate me. You feel me? And now I manage myself. I'm not gonna let nobody over one up me. I'm not gonna let nobody one at me. I'm gonna get this bag. Feel me? Most and foremost, I'm gonna create my own legacy for my children, for my family. I want to be able to get my mom out the hood. You feel me? Because my mom suffers from mental disabilities. You know, and I want her to be able to see a different side of this world instead of being in the projects all day. Feel me? I'm tired of the projects. I'm tired of living in the projects, man. I train so hard, bro. And, you know, I don't get the recognition that I deserve, but at the end of the day, I don't need people to give me recognition because I'm going to take it.
For sure, champ. It gonna start on the 23rd, man. You gotta get this win, man.
No more talking. That's
BX,
I'm ready, baby.
Look, BXNG, they do good replays. So, I mean, yeah, replays, and they do not, you know, they really post a lot on their IG. I fuck with Adam Glenn heavy, man. He's doing his thing. So, that's a nice platform to be fighting on. So, if you happen to look sharp, they gonna at least get that shit on camera the right way.
Shout out to Adam Glenn, Times Square Boxing, man. He's a great manager. He got some great fighters, you know. Shout out to my boy, too, Duchesne Crooks, Steven Galeano.
You know who Adam is?
Sir.
You know he's the owner.
Yeah, man. I know that's Jimmy Glenn's son.
Yeah, he's the one that owns
Jimmy's Corner.
Jimmy's Corner next to Madison Square. That's crazy.
I know who that is. He knows who I am too.
That's
you know?
crazy though.
But I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to fight on BXNG TV and continue to make my statements because that's what I do. For me, I'm a statement maker. For me, I'm like the Bible. I'm like the Quran. You feel me? I write scriptures. I make statements. You feel me? But I ain't no snitch. That's one thing I don't respect. A snitch and a thief.
You better get this win.
Yo, bro, you know I ain't no capper, bro. You know I don't cap out here, man. You feel me?
Listen to me. We talking Wilder. Listen, we talking Wilder, and Wilder was more confident than you.
Listen, I'm a boxing enthusiast. Understand? I love boxing, and in order to be the best in this sport, you gotta love it. You feel me? You know who used to talk like me? Mayweather.
Wilder.
He still does, but Mayweather talks like me. You feel me?
Wilder.
I'm not no Mayweather. I'm not no Mayweather. I don't have defense like Mayweather, but I tell you this right now, I'll break niggas down like Cotto.
Cotto got broke down.
I'll break your ass down. And you gonna see that. October 23rd, ain't no more talking. We 8 days away, baby. I'm in shape. I'm ready now. I've been saying it since 2 weeks ago. I could fight right fucking now. We can have a fight today, and 3 weeks later, still be good. Come on, bro.
Bruh, they said you went full face, Jerry Forrest. Nah, Skype had an update. Skype had a fucking update, man, and we gotta wait, man. I can't. It's not letting me do the. Only I could be on screen. I can't get Adrian on for whatever reason, man. So we still playing.
Yo, I swear to God, the boxing voice. The boxing voice is like 1990s. Raw is war. WWF.
Yeah.
I swear, bro. I swear, y'all raw as a motherfucker, bro. I love y'all, man. For me, and I'ma always call in. I'm always gonna be a real nigga, and hopefully, after my big win on the 23rd, I could come on the show and get an interview with you guys and just be able to vibe out and talk. I don't even want to talk no shit. I just want to talk boxing for me, because like I said before, I'm a boxing enthusiast. I'm always watching stuff, fight hype, and even though I'm always watching, I'm always studying, and I'm always incorporating. So I just appreciate
the whole audience. You listen too. This guy's a listener, guys. He's not just a fighter. He definitely listens.
I'm a listener.
Bruh, they got your number now, right? Everybody's like, yo, he's giving me Jerry Forrest vibes. Other people saying, this is Maurice Lee. They talking about played it in Jesus' name soundbite. They call him. They saying Chris Lovejoy.
In Jesus' name. Bro, I think I'm capping, boy.
Yeah, they want you to
y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know who I'm coming for. I'm gonna say his fucking name. Little B-Hop, I'm fucking coming for you, nigga.
You crazy, man.
That's a fact.
Stop.
I'm coming for him.
Stop
you hear me?
It.
I ain't no capper, bro.
Stop it. You too far for that. You 3-0 right now, champ. By the time
you know what Customato told Muhammad Ali?
Weight class.
You know what Customato told Ali before he even turned pro? You need to watch this documentary. It's the Customato documentary. He told Muhammad Ali, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" Before he started popping him and shit like that with the jab. "Hey, champ, how you doing, man? I just want to let you know that in order to become a champion, you gotta have character. You gotta have charisma. If not, you're gonna be a bum."
Yeah.
He looked at him like, "What? I ain't no bum." Feel me? So, you got to have character in this sport. You got to be able to, get the fans. You got to be, it's either you hate it or you love it. It's either you respect it or you neglect it at the end of the day.
Bruh.
You feel me? And that's so,
when the last time you sparred B-Hop? When the last time you sparred B-Hop?
2 years ago. That nigga still owe me money, nigga.
Yeah.
He owe me money. You feel me? He a wimp. He a wimp. For me, he owe me money. For me, tell nigga to pay up. My cash app is Dazn, BENENO 823, and I'm certified. You heard?
I heard.
That's real talk.
Colbert gonna come looking for you, man.
Listen, bro, I train at South Box Gym. He know he don't want no smoke with me. He's not gonna come to my gym and try to be no fart.
What? I
train at South Box Gym, 171 Lincoln Avenue, Bronx, New York. Yo, come on, bro. Sosa know too. Sosa know too, bro.
Know what? His
Sosa know too. I fuck with Sosa. Shout out to Aureliano Sosa, man. I fuck with him. I fuck with him and I fuck with all his fighters. But Little B-Hop is a come fucking mierda. Yeah, he be talking some real shit. You feel me? And I admire his game. His game. Just like I admire Floyd Mayweather's game. But I do not respect those motherfuckers. You hear me? I would never sign with a TMT. I would never sign with the money team.
You wildin'.
I would never sign with Golden Boy.
You wildin' right now.
No, I'm a boss. I'm an individual sole proprietor. I'm a business module. You hear me?
I hear
Word. I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag all day, every day. You feel me? I've been in my bag for the past 7-8 months.
You better win. Cutting.
Ain't no better. Ain't no better.
You closing
One of my
doors.
sponsors told me that. One of my sponsors told me that. Oh, you better win. You better. What he said? He said, "Oh, I didn't even know you was gonna turn pro, but why you sponsoring me? You feel me? Because niggas is clout chasers. This is the year of the. This is the generation of the clout chasers. You feel me? But how I'm packing niggas up. I'm giving niggas pacemakers.
In Jesus' name.
Any takers? Any takers?
You got to get wins, champ. Colbert not even.
Yo, Nestor.
I talked to Colbert. He gonna be like, I don't know who that is.
After I get this win, right, we're gonna go back to Supreme Burger and we're gonna go get that 50% off. You heard? On the wings. Remember that, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You know I'm no fucking boss. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody fucking with me.
You got to get the win.
Ain't nobody fucking with me. Oh yeah.
Colbert not thinking about you right now, champ. Colbert not thinking about you.
I know he ain't thinking about me. I'll spit in his face though.
Oh man, we gotta go, man. We gotta go, Chris. Man, good luck on the fight. Hope everything works out, champ. Thank you. We gonna have to edit it. We gonna have to edit that out so we can still repost your interview and give you some love, man. But yeah, you know, you gotta get them wins, rack them up, man, because Colbert's way ahead. We going to some of these super chats before we go back to the phone lines. But we're going to give you this super chat for you from Bo and Bam. He says, thank you for my blue sting gloves, Otero. The peeled skin off my knuckles, but still my favorite gloves. Haha. King _Bo 88. So, yeah, man. I guess he bought some gloves that you got. All right. Then we last left off on Show Kid. And we did Ulo. Then we got LV Slugger that says, when in boxing history did the boxer have to outweigh the puncher 40 pounds just to absorb his punches, to generate power, just to hurt the puncher? Hashtag warrior. Hashtag one of the one. Hashtag legendary. I almost want to let you just get that off, but it's like, what are you even saying? This is what I'm saying. We got to either give both men credit or don't give nobody credit, because wasn't it Fury that was intelligent enough to see that he needed to gain weight to absorb the punches? And then wasn't it Fury that implemented his game plan in the second fight, making Wilder do the same thing, go back to the drawing board, him and his team, change things. They get intelligent and gain some weight too, and make some alterations and changes, to combat Fury. So, I mean, we got to give both men props, bro. I mean, because you're saying when in history, well, the puncher gained weight as well. He strategically gained weight, just as strategic as Fury. We got Hard Boy, JT, in my opinion, unless it's J. Themo. Maybe J. Themo. I don't know. But he says, well, with all the criticism and haters Wilder has received, is it wrong to finally give Wilder some credit for his heart and toughness? Now, people should have been giving him credit for that. I think that, if anything, that he received some hate because of the way he handled the Fury saying, congratulating him and looking to bury the hatchet type of thing. But other than that, people were pretty much calling him a warrior because of the performance. It was blood and guts. Blood and guts. We got Roland Curtis that says, sometimes when people say warrior, it's a compliment, but sometimes it's an euphemism to say you were outclassed and destroyed. Bitcoin surpassed 60K. Ain't that a motherfucker? I seen that. Fucking Bitcoin is so volatile.
You invested in that too, ain't you, Ness?
It went up 4.54% today. Yes and no. I actually caught a deal yesterday and somebody needed Bitcoin, so I depleted mine without having to pay that fee because I sent it to someone else. You feel me? But if you sell it, you're going to lose whatever percent, so I never do that. But yeah, I mean, someone was in need and I had what I had and they took it off my hands. So I let it go yesterday. But yesterday it was also up. But I think we was only at 57%. So I lost that extra 2%. It went up right now. It's at 59 right now. So that ain't a big deal. I mean, it's definitely almost at 60. It's at 59.94.36. So it's definitely almost at 60. But the fuck is 2%? I made that money yesterday. I'm good. We got James AMG. I guess that's in Oklahoma. He says WBF rules, number 4, knockdown and knockout, section 4.4. Go read it. I'm good. Chill, champ. Yo, who the fuck is the WBF? World Boxing Federation?
Yeah, I believe so.
Sheesh. Yeah, man, I'm good. What does it even say? Now he got me intrigued, almost making me. I already copied it. I'm about to Google search the shit. Fucking guy. Type of shit. I'm about to come back to that.
Yeah, the WBF. I think one of my guys just went and fought for that. On the same night we had Border Wars, he was in Arizona fighting for one of them titles.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, I know a heavyweight, like Alonzo Zoe Butler got a WBF belt. Like, it's not a WBC belt, so I don't know.
No, I know what you mean, man. It's a lower tier title.
But I did find it. Thank God to Google. He says knockdown, knockout, and count. Section 4.1. A boxer shall be considered down when, as a result of a legal blow, as ruled by the referee, who is the only person authorized to determine this. Any part of their body other than their feet are on the canvas, or if they are hanging helplessly over the ropes, or if they are still rising from the knockdown position, from the down position and not standing upright. So the mandatory 8 count. Wait, let me see what section he wanted, because this is a lot. Fucking hell.
Look, you like, oh, that's a whole lot to read. That's why he didn't want to open it up.
I think he says, if I'm correct, he says 4.4. 4.4. When a boxer is knocked down, the referee shall order the opponent to the furthest neutral corner of the ring and pick up the count from the timekeeper or the official counting for knockdowns. That's what I said this morning. Should the opponent fail to stay in the corner as directed by the referee shall stop the count and redirect the boxer to go back to the corner and resume the count at the point that it was interrupted, which means said farther on the floor gets extra time. In the event of any knockdown, the timekeeper count will cease when picked up by the referee, whose count shall prevail and be relied on by the boxers. So there you go. It's what we've always known. The referee has full discretion. It's not a time clock in the sense of a literal clock ticking, which it is for the timekeeper, but once he kind of passes the baton to the ref is entitled at his discretion to pause that clock anytime he fucking wants, if he wants to argue with a fighter who's allegedly leaving the corner. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to do whatever he wants, he's the ref. And that's why they always say the other official in the ring or the other judge in the ring, however the phrase is. I'm sure someone will remember. I know I'm butchering it. But moving on. Coach J Mac, are you available? Coach J Mac, are you available? In the meantime, Boom said to the caller, 40 pounds is 40 pounds. It matters. Yes, it fucking does. That's why I don't understand the whole argument there. Rider of the Storm, will the Otero fight be televised? Yeah, by BXNG. Check them out on Instagram. Very good company, very good streaming service. They do very good social media. So Matt Truck fought there. A lot of people have fought there. He's kind of buying. I talked to Jetta Promotions, and he told me that Adam was interested in streaming his fight, so I knew that was gonna happen. Adam is the president of BXNG, and
so is that like a separate app that you gotta buy?
On
top of your ESPN Plus.
I don't know if it's a .com or something like that, but they only do like not normally televised shows. That's what they buying up all promoters who doing shows. They'll get them. It depends. Not everybody, but they do their thing. Karma Surge said, "Good call, good show. Shout out to you." Ryder, we said that. All right, so no J-Mac. What about PBC? Mr. PBC.
Bueller.
Mr. PBC in Seattle. Because, this dude, he'll text me right now in like 10 minutes. He'll be like, yo, man, you ain't go to me. You skipped me. Jonathan, how are you?
Thanks for coming to me.
What up, champ?
You got it. First, I want to say thank you for another show, and I appreciate the topic. You've been doing this for a long time. Yeah, our opinion matters, but you ain't get here by just making mistakes. So you picked the right topics 95% of the time, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm actually glad I waited to hop on the call because I almost put my foot in the mouth with the description of the count. Because what I was going to do, Ness, is ignorantly attack you and say, well, you complained about the sportsmanship, so your angle on the count should be the same. And what I mean by that is not necessarily Fury, but boxing getting the count right. But I have to take that back because you just read the rules, and then what you explained is exactly what happened the night of the fight. So as much of a fanboy I am of Wilder, he cost himself. But regardless, I think Fury would have got up, whether the count was 20 seconds, 5 seconds, or something in between. He was very aware of what was going on. So I don't think the count was an issue. I'm not going to disrespect Wilder and say that they were excuses, but sometimes some things is better off left unsaid. I mean, my man breaks his hand almost every other fight. So, I just felt like some of the stuff that they're bringing out just should be kept because Fury won. Was he the better man that night? He might have the better game plan, but to me, the person that fought, and I hate to say this, but it's Malik Scott, because I felt like his approach was totally off. And Sean Porter kind of, echoed what I said. The issue Wilder has is not on offense, it's defense. His whole issue is defense. You don't knock a man down 4 times and say offense is the problem. He took the man 12 rounds the first fight, even though Fury's approach was to avoid him. It was always defense. And if Malik isn't focusing on that, then that's the problem. And I just wish.
But aren't you just looking for a person to blame? Because Malik was working on his head movement. Malik was working on why? Because you seen him tripling the body shot? Like I seen him doing a lot of head movement, a lot of pivoting, and we didn't see none of that in the fight. We didn't see no pivot. We didn't see no head movement in the fight. And I seen Malik working on that all day.
And that's fine. He didn't, like you said, 4 moves. One of the 4 moves don't have to be pivoting or head movement. It's multiple ways you can protect yourself at all times. Think about it. Wilder and Fury threw darn near the same amount of punches, but one landed more than the other because one was more defensive responsible. You mean to tell me that Malik couldn't get Wilder to even dodge feints?
Nah, man. Listen, Fury has a longer reach. He's taller and he's punching down. But I'm not defending. I do agree. I do agree Wilder's defense is poor. Obviously,
that was the whole issue with the fight. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying what I say, because even in Malik's interviews, he's always focused on the offense. He was like I told Wilder, you gotta fake him out. You gotta look down, but punch him up top. You got to fake, come up top or come down. They were so focused on body work and offense that they neglected what the premises of boxing is, and that's protecting yourself at all times. Defense wins championship. And The thing is, well, Wilder made the mistake not bringing Malik on. The problem was he allowed.
Ooh, you know I love you, champ, but you know. You doing. I gave you hella time, but you know your daddy duties. We going to Majid. What up? Whoa, Majid. Baby says she said hello for Majid. Yo.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Hey man, Ness, I'm looking at it like this. I ain't paying attention to that 10 count for the simple fact that Wilder was fucking looking like they could have waited to fight off from round 3 on, even though he got those knockdowns. You know, so I feel like if they're gonna complain about that count, then complain why the ref ain't been stopped the fight. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I'm on some shit now. Wilder lost. That nigga eliminated. You know, so we got Fury and we waiting for that winner, AJ and Usyk. And I can't wait to see it because Fury said he only got one more fight and then he out of here. So that's all I got. Good shit, man. That was a funny ass interview. I'm out.
All right. Thank you for calling in. Marlon, so icy Sims, what up? Uh-oh. We got 2 pro boxers called in today. That's what I'm talking about. I know you working, champ, but if anything, let me know. Who's next? Oh shit, my bad. Pound for pound. Hopefully you was just working.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Okay, touch potential. Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, yeah, man. Yeah, a couple of things. So going back to the long count rule, I'm on the understanding that all the commissions are governed by the ABC, and the ABC commission puts it very eloquently when they say the rules, and they say that when a knockdown occurs, the down boxer's opponent shall go to the furthest neutral corner, remain there while the count is being made. The referee may stop the counting if the opponent fails to go to the neutral corner and resume the count where she left off when the opponent reports to and returns to the neutral corner. I haven't heard anything about the count or anything like that, but that's what the ABC rules say. And I just don't understand why a lot of boxing fans are so ignorant. They don't just look at the rules. It's plain and there to see. You can see where Wilder goes to the wrong corner. He admits that he went to the wrong corner. So the referee's entitled to do his job. I don't see why people don't just follow the rules. So that's my first point. And you can catch that. I sent the link in the chat. So yeah, you can look that up on the ABC rules, the Association of Boxing Commissions. My second point is about the weight with Fury. I don't see how you can't put weight on your head. So I don't see how putting on weight can make you more resistant to a punch. The fact is, the first fight he was depleted physically because he'd lost 10 stone. I don't know what that is in pounds and stuff, but he'd lost a lot of weight before that fight, and he wasn't as strong. But in terms of punch resistance to the head, that extra weight from the second to the third fight ain't going to change whether he can take a bomb from Wilder. It just means that he's been training and his body memory is much more better, and his resistance to the punching is much more better. But he could have lost 40 pounds and still have taken Wilder's punch. So I don't see that point.
You're crazy.
But Les, how can putting on weight?
You're arguing the trainer and the fighter telling you they're putting on weight to knock him out. You're arguing what you've seen with your eyes. At a lighter weight, he went down twice, and it didn't look anything like the second fight, let alone the third fight. Even the third fight, Fury still went down and looked good. Like we were watching it live. Like, damn, this dude still got energy.
Yeah. But the weight helps him with his punching power. It's not going to help him. You don't put weight on your head. So how is that going to stop you from make you easier to take a punch? It's to help him knock out Wilder. It's not to help him receive a punch. He's a natural gypsy. Gypsies have got a good punch resistance. If you don't know, go and watch Snatch. That's how they are, man. We know that in the UK. That's what those guys are like. He's always been able to take a good punch.
Champ.
Always.
Isn't Billy Joe a gypsy?
Yes, he is.
Oh, why? Talking about gypsies always known for punch resisting. My man, Face broke and retired, man. You know, you can't just generalize every single gypsy, man. Stop. Hawk, Maryland, what up?
Hey, what up, Ness?
What's good?
I just got on. What's the topic? Wilder?
Shelly Finkel came out and said that he felt the count was a little long.
Oh, and I heard something about they were saying Wilder was allowed a little more time in the 9th round before he came out. It's all. I mean, is Wilder saying any of this, or is just other people? Finkel
No,
and them?
this Shelly Finkel, Wilder's manager. That's what my title says. Deontay Wilder's manager says Fury's count was a little long.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying Wilder not saying it though, right?
I don't know if there's a video.
Because everybody's jumping down Wilder's. I mean, everybody is. I mean, it's like everybody's jumping out at like Wilder's is putting out a complaint, and it's not him. So as long as he ain't saying it, you know, I don't think it's gonna have legs anyway. Once the next fight gets announced, or we get close to the next fight, they're gonna let all this go. But as far as the people that's acting like Wilder is done, I think they're crazy. He was just in there with an excellent boxer that he put down. I don't understand it. You know, he put the dude down with whatever his limited skills are. He dropped Tyson Fury like 4 times. You know, so if they think other fighters going to be able to come up and do what Tyson Fury did, let them do it. We'll get to see Wilder restart his knockout career then. Other than I won't put him out. I ain't gonna say that about that new boy though. That new dude, Big Baby. That boy sharp as hell. Yeah, that boy sharp. But everybody else, go ahead and try to do what Fury did with Wilder. He's gonna get put to sleep.
All right, Hawk. Yeah, I don't even think people gonna try that in sparring. That's what I said earlier. Like, it's gonna be hard to work on that defense because people are afraid. Like, you could watch all 3 of these fights and still see that boy got power. It don't matter what round, he still can put you down and he can hurt you. So it's still gonna be hard to get it done in sparring because, you know, people will be tentative to get hit with that power. But Jessica in Atlanta, what up?
Hey.
How are
Great show. I'm good. I just wanted to say this topic really shows who just started watching boxing and who's been watching boxing for a while. I wasn't tripping about the count because I knew Wilder, he had to tell him to go to the corner, and I was like, damn, Wilder, why you do that? But I still felt like Fury was going to get up anyway. So, as a Wilder fan, I just felt like Fury shouldn't have to get up anyway. You got the knockout power, you should knock this butt out. But, I don't know, I'm just sick of these fans, the fanboys, I guess they call them. But I'm a real Wilder fan, so I be realistic, but I'm just sick of the other ones with all the excuses. He was the better man. Fury just got his number, and let's just move on. Like, it is what it is. You can't win them all. But that's my call.
All right. Jessica, thanks for calling in. Looks like we got Steve in Chicago.
Hey, Daddy, this a Dolla beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingWiz.com.
Yeah, good morning. How's my audio?
All good.
All right. Well, a few calls back, a little while back ago, a caller touched on something. If I could take you back to when me and you got into a heated argument over what a reporter wrote, and then Wilder saying that they took his words out of context. Do you remember that? The argument you had with me? Now, a caller a while back told you, like, they're just making a statement. They're not saying that that's the reason. Okay? So when he says it's a long... I made a statement that I felt he was saved by the bell in the fourth. That's just a statement. Okay? I'm not saying that, he would have won if it was... I'm just saying that, to me, he was saved by the bell in the fourth. And then with his mayor, he's just saying that, hey, it was a long time, and it was. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? No one's saying that, hey, he could have won,
But
like the reporter, he twisted his words.
How'd the reporter twist his words? I mean, it's his quote, and that's all we're saying is his quote.
Because he said that. He said that to him. He said, you took my word. He just said, hey, it was heavy. He didn't say that that's why he lost. He just said, it was kind of heavy. He didn't say, the reason why I lost was because of the suit.
But, Steve, you're talking old stuff. Nobody cares about the suit. We're talking about this. Finkel saying...
but I'm comparing it. I'm comparing it to this now. He's making a statement saying, hey, it was a long time. He's not saying that, hey, well, I lost because he had a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a statement. It's no one saying that it's an excuse,
It's still news. It's still news, and the people are entitled to know that Wilder's manager feels the count was long. You don't think
so
that's
what does
relevant?
that mean?
You don't think that's relevant?
It doesn't mean that that's it's a statement. It's a fact. Just like it's a fact that he was saved. Did you watch it? Like your eyes don't lie.
What are you talking about? What are you asking me? Did I watch specifically?
Was it not a long count or not?
I mean, bro, we just
compared to other counts.
We just read the rules. My man went to the wrong corner.
Okay, but that's not what we're saying. See, you're twisting. Was the count long?
I mean, the count can't be long.
That's just making a statement. Hey, the count was long.
But that's what I'm saying.
We're not saying that. Now, now you're trying to dissect it.
No, I'm saying
you're dissecting it now. That's not.
No. I'm saying the count can't be long if it's to the discretion of the referee.
I know, but the manager is just making a statement saying it was long.
And that's
You're
fine.
dissecting it now. He just made a statement.
All we're doing is reporting it. What is it that I said that has me dissecting it?
Well, you're dissecting it, saying, well, he went to the wrong corner. He did this. He did that. The statement is just, okay, the count was long. You're inferring that they're making excuses. No one's making excuses. You're inferring that by saying that.
I got you, man. I don't know.
Just like you inferred. Well, that's how I take it. That's why I was saying.
I don't know, bro. The manager is saying that there was a long count. You're asking me, do I think it was a long count? I'm telling you the rules state it's up to the referee's discretion. And if it clearly stated if a fighter doesn't go to the neutral corner, that count is going to stop because it's the referee in the ring that now has the baton. So, knowing that information, I mean, I just don't get it. No one is saying anything other than what is being reported. So, I don't know what's up. But, Keem in Florida, what's going on? Oh, he just dipped off. We got CYP.
Yo. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me.
We do.
All right, listen. I'm only here to talk about the Warrior. Evander Holyfield is the only champion in history to be a champion fighting another champion with at least 30 pounds he's given up. At least 30. Evander's nickname is the real deal. His second nickname is the Warrior. You think that's a coincidence when people calling Deontay Wilder a warrior for fighting a man 40 to 50 pounds heavier than him 3 times and fighting other dudes 30 to 40 pounds heavier than him all the time? Stavern 1 and 2, 30-plus weight advantage. Ortiz 1, 30-pound weight advantage. 2 Fury fights, 40-pound weight advantage. That's 5 of his title defenses and biggest fights where he was outweighed 30 to 40 pounds more than Evander Holyfield was outweighed only once. Only once. Chris Bird, when he fought Vladimir, was only down 34 pounds. 34. And everybody thought, damn, he's way bigger than him. And he was still only down 34. And for all of y'all talk about, well, Ali fought Foreman. Foreman was 4 pounds heavier than Ali in that fight. Some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all just run with narratives. CYP got them facts. That's why they call Wilder a warrior and not other boxers so easily, because the weight advantage, willing to go in there and fight the biggest man, is the warrior. That's what makes you a warrior. Defeating odds, willing to stand up to the bigger man no matter what. That is why they're calling Wilder, or any fighter who does that, a warrior. Not just Wilder, they did it for Evander Holyfield too. Even when he lost to Nick Lewis, they still called him the warrior. Thank you very much, CYP out.
All right. Let's see who is next. Stainless, are you available these days? All right, well, we're going to keep it moving to... What up?
Yeah, you can hear me, Ness?
I can hear you.
Oh, that's what's up, man. No intro. I was confused. Sorry, I had to jump off for a minute anyway, man. You know, work calling even when I'm off. I'm driving, so if it's any background apologies to anybody listening. If we just talking Shelly Finkel quote to the quote, so what? You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward said the same thing during the fight. Like, I mean, the ref count is the ref count. We established that in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see why we coming back around to this like it matters. Look, Fury beat Wilder. It was hard to accept after the first beat down. It's a little easier to accept this time. The gal who called in, I'm happy to see more women are calling in. But Fury just got Wilder's number, man. And at this point, it's just something we got to accept. When Wilder knocked him down the first time, I was hoping he would not beat the count. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking it might just happen. So, I mean, boxing is boxing, man. I don't know why all of a sudden refs can't be refs and officiate, man. It's almost a dead argument to me. I appreciate you for giving us that news, but to me, it's not really news, man. It's just more boxing talk, man. We got Shakur and Herring coming up. We got Canelo and Caleb Plant coming up. You know what I'm saying? And to top it all off, we got Crawford and Porter. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's appreciate the fight that we just saw. Watch that mug again. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to break it down and dissect it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Because when we go back 10, 15, 20 years from now, we still going to be watching that fight thinking, wow, because they were great fights.
Cut it. Nah, champ. Nah. Cut it. See, that's the problem, man. Y'all so hypocritical, man. When it was AJ, we ran his name through the fucking mud when Andy beat him. Every day, show after show, anything he was chewing his mouthpiece. That was a show. That was a headline. Oh, he got knocked out in Spawn before. That was a headline. Oh, he's going to see a sports psychologist. Oh, he'll never be able to continue if he loses twice. Like, y'all just don't ever keep the same energy. See, I lose friends because my friends 99% of the time ain't fucking real. That's why. Because it should be, if what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If we gonna laugh at AJ and make a million excuses for AJ, right? We found there was a million excuses out there. And we did shows. Punch from the Gods, that was a show. You know what I'm saying? It's just y'all forget. Y'all fickle. You want us to stop and move on because it's not your favorite fighter no more. Because your favorite fighter took the loss now. Y'all tired of hearing it. Y'all want to move on. No. This is the manager who doesn't speak. My man barely speaks. Where was he at when everybody was trying to get an interview before this fight? Now he speaks, and y'all want us to just look over like, nah, yo, man, let's move on, man. Hey, big deal, man. Yo, they was warriors, man. Why are we looking at it this way? What you mean? Why they saying it? And anyway, I would be walking on eggshells. Let's just be real. They already labeled you as the excuse maker. You need to be fucking careful what you say, what you and your team says. You understand? When Andy lost, how many shows we did about him coming in overweight? How many shows we did about his trainer and all the excuses they made about, oh, it ain't my fault. He didn't come to camp. I can't make him come to camp. Now it's wild. Everybody, no, man, leave him alone, man. Oh, I'm reaching. All right. I'll be reaching. Y'all just don't like hearing the fucking truth, man. Counterpunch. Stainless.
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, appreciate it. I'm gonna send it after I get to the barbershop. But I can't speak for everybody else, but this is my energy doing all them other stretches you talk about, bro. Like, I enjoy boxing. It's a little small. It's semantics to me, man. If you lost, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had trouble dealing with the first water loss. The second one, I'm more accepting of. So for me, it's as cool as it was with the AJ loss, because either he can rebuild, come back stronger like everybody else talking about, or he fall off like everybody else does, man. Like, it's boxing. I'm a fan of boxing. I keep telling you that. I keep telling everybody else. I had a favorite fighter. His name was Roy Jones Jr. And when he got knocked out by what's his name, Glenn or whatever, not his knockout to Tarver, but the second one, he was out. Like HBO went off, he was out. That shit broke my heart. I stopped watching boxing for a long time, bro. So I made a pact with myself. I'ma just enjoy boxing, man. That's on everybody else so they don't. Appreciate it. I'll send that 5 after I part.
I hear you. Cut it. I'm just saying, man. It is what it is at this point. Everything that's said is going to be under the microscope. You know? Not everybody is as popular as Wilder. That's what people need to understand, too. But who is next? Who is this? Looking like Dawn? Yes, right? If I got that right. Is that Dawn in San Diego, maybe?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Ness, how are you?
How are you?
I'm actually the troll down there with that girl TKO. So, but this is my real name. Anyway, thanks for taking my call. Sorry, I was just taking my dog out to do her thing. I just wanted to comment on how everyone's like kind of parroting off of what Andre Ward said. And the thing is, like, you looked at the count, I saw the count, we were all here when we were watching. And, sorry, I'm out of breath. It seems like if it's a 10 count, right? It's not a 10-second count with a stopwatch. It's a human 10 count. So, with that being said, it's like how you said, had they told Ward to go to the corner, and in that sense, it's the ref has to make the decision on what is being said. Sorry about that. I'm totally out of breath. Hello?
Nah, take your time. Don't worry.
So, I forgot, there was another thing I wanted to say about Wilder and Fury, in the sense that everyone's so upset about, he didn't really lose because, Fury, lost at the 10 count, supposedly. But if you take away, like, if it was a real street fight, at the end of the day, Wilder got his ass kicked. He got his ass, he got beat at the end of the day. Like, regardless of this, if there were rules in this fight, he lost. So, that's all I wanted to say. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate this channel. It's really awesome. I've been listening to it oddly for as long as you've been around, actually. But I've never called in, and so I'll try to call in a little more. But thank you for everything, and your content is amazing. Thanks again. That's my call.
Appreciate you calling in. Thank you for calling in and making that 7% actually be able to be heard, right? Shout out to yourself and Jessica that called in today. We appreciate more and more. And that's what I'm saying. See, say what you want about Wilder, but he demands the attention of the world. That's why it is news if his manager says, I feel it was a long count. Don't be in your feelings and emotions. It's news. It's news. Potato Chip says, CYP, glad you're back, but you still on that bull. Laughing out loud, laughing out loud, laughing out loud emoji. We got LV Slugger. How are you? Yo.
TPV.
What up, what up, what up?
That's,
You are.
I'm not really sure on the count. Man, I've been seeing videos, showing, may have been a long count, but I ain't really just in the moment. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just made on that second knockdown. I knew it was close to, the round about to end. So I was all ready. So I'm not really. I just feel like the better boxer won, man. The Tyson Fury did his thing. He did what he had to do, to get the KO victory, man. So I'm not gonna really ride with that. You know what I mean? So Wilder just got tightened up on some things. I feel like that defense, like y'all say, and, probably that footwork. Just do, just get better in the gym, just tighten up because, that's going to be a big task to try to, beat a Fury. I think some wins, like some good wins to get us to, if the fourth fight, right now I'm not even thinking about a fourth fight. Like, he got to go on ahead and,
yes,
just.
You is. You just mentioned it.
I'm thinking, I'm just saying, though.
That's what you want. You want some get back.
I don't want it right now, though. Nah, I don't even want it right now. Like, if they was to announce it right now, I'm going to watch it because I'm a fan, but I wouldn't even want Wilder to fight him right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he still got tightened up on some things before getting in there with him. So I'm feeling like Andrew Ruiz, White, and AJ. Like, if he go on a KO streak with them three names, I think that fourth fight definitely will be bigger, probably the biggest one. You know what I'm saying? But I believe them three names, he can get them 3 wins. Them 4th fight can probably be talked about. But right now, man, he just got to work on some things. That's a big task for. But what I was saying in my super chat, you said it kind of slow, so it didn't really make sense. But what I'm saying is, and before I say it, I'm saying Tyson Fury the better, but like it's no debate who's the better boxer. But as far as this, what I'm saying, when having boxing history, the dude considered the boxer in order to beat the puncher with no skills, can't box and then have to outweigh him 40 pounds in order to hurt him and to absorb the punches.
But why
does
it
Nobody
matter? Why do you need something
I'm saying
to have
that's one of
happened in
one.
history?
That's one of one. That's never happened.
But why
that's
do you need? But why you need something to happen? Why you need something? Why do you need something to refer it to?
Because so we can have something. So we can. This is one of one. That's what I'm saying. This has never happened in boxing history, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is legendary. This the Wilder can't box, bro. He can't do none of these good things. But in order to get beat, it takes the bigger boxer to outweigh him 40 pounds to take his punches and have enough power to actually hurt him. That's what I'm saying. That's legendary shit.
That's the way you want to look at it because that's.
That's what it is.
No, it ain't.
Facts,
no, it ain't.
That's
no, it
facts.
ain't. Because I got a whole nother side. You
How is that not a fact?
Because you call yourself a puncher, and then you called me a pillow-fisted fighter. So now we fought to a draw. The world thinks I won. You think you won. So you give
the world
me
don't just think. It's people that think Wilder won that first fight.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
You never had another fighter more disrespected than Wilder. Max Kellerman was on fucking Sports Center saying no one wants this fight. He was just on the pay-per-view telecast in front of Kate Abdo and Sean Porter saying nobody wanted this fight but Wilder. And they was forced to laugh. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Nah, I ain't lie about nothing. I'm speaking nothing but facts. This is nothing but facts. What I'm saying, like you're trying to downplay it like it's not.
This is the facts. This is the facts.
This is a fact.
This is the facts.
The boxer had to outweigh the puncher.
Champ, you're gonna have to pay for that. Listen, this is the facts, bro. Your man, okay, called someone pillow fisted, and that dude went back to the lab and showed him he wasn't pillow fisted. You painting a picture that the boxer had to gain weight. No, why he ain't just shut the puncher's mouth? Ain't that what he done? You said he was pillow fisted. You thought he was so pillow fisted in the second fight that you thought it was egg weights. Stop what you doing. Stop what you doing. Talking about the boxer had to gain weight. How do we know he's a boxer when he's knocking my man out and he got him thinking his weights in the gloves? Then he do it again and get 3 knockdowns in the second fight or the third fight. So stop. You want to paint a narrative to make it, again, y'all want to sensationalize it. Well, I could do the same for Fury. You said I wasn't a puncher. I beat you into believing I'm a puncher. What are you talking about, bro? Like, I mean, bro, it don't stop. But I love it. I'm going to be here to get it to you. Bet that. Intrigue, Atlanta. What up?
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now. No extra days. Your time's up, goons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
What up, man? Man, this is a funny conversation, man. Like, you know, you got folks that's mad because people clowning Wilder. But then, you know, we pick and choose who we can, like you were saying. We clowned AJ. We clown a lot of fighters.
We clown Thurman. They clown Thurman on these YouTube streets every day. Yeah. They pick and choose. They pick and choose. Yeah. And then they don't want to be your friend if you talk about their favorite fighter.
Yeah, even Wilder clowned Thurman when he was on the air. He said Thurman was getting his ass beat, getting his ass whipped. Now, if Thurman would have been commentating and said that, you would have had Wilder whole team saying, "See, Wilder was cool with Thurman, and I don't know why he would say something like that on air." It would be totally different spin. It's just crazy, man, and that's why I say I'm gonna create a Wilder's Warriors list for all the fighters that got their ass beat, that got knocked down, that was fighting somebody bigger, that didn't have a chance. I'm going to create a whole list. You got Maurice Hooker coming in at number 1. He got his ass dropped down multiple times by Virgil Ortiz. He even had a broke goddamn hand like Wilder. Ain't nobody calling his ass a warrior. You got Amir Khan. He went up and fought fucking Canelo. He got knocked out cold. He definitely need to be on the Wilder's Warriors list. You got Kell Brook. He fought Triple G. He got his ass beat the fuck down too. His face got broke. He definitely on the Wildest Warriors list.
The Wildest Warriors
energy, man. Ain't nobody keeping the same energy. They're just making the rules because their favorite fighter just lost, so they got to figure out a way to fucking lift them up still in defeat. That's all it is. Man, you got to be real. And if you're going to do that, you got to do that shit with all the fighters, not just the one you really love.
Yes!
That's all I got to say. Holla at you.
All right. You know, it's just some people don't have glasses on, man. They can see. You know, y'all don't like to be called on y'all favoritism, but y'all quick to call someone else, you know, bias. It's hilarious, man. But you said it better than me, man. You said it better than me. You gotta just rewind Intrigue call, man. Who else is out here? Supermax, you ain't press 1, champ. I mean, I'm seeing you there, but you ain't press 1. Let me make sure I ain't missing nobody. Big Gucci Nick, I feel like I ain't go to you. Jaguar Paul on a super chat. Wilder and his excuse army. What is that? Zombie emoji. Slandered Tyson for nearly 2 years. Now they can't take it. 1 week of mockery. Violin. Exactly. Bruh, they want you to move on. Like, yo, can we talk about Shakur? No. Talking about the biggest fight in the heavyweight division. Ain't the greatest trilogy? Then fucking Bob Arum say it's better than Ali Frazier 3. Why can't we talk about this damn thing then? Big Gucci Nick, I guess we ain't going to you. J-Mac, I feel like I ain't go to you at all. I tried, but you ain't listen or hear me. Okay, Nick, you available or not? Because you just like muted and went back to mute. Okay, talk to me.
Yo,
Yo.
what up, Ness? Yeah, man. First things first, man. Everybody listening, definitely make sure you're smashing that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. If you want to see your favorite show succeed, I love this show. To the topic, man. Listen, at the time when I was watching it, when I was watching the fight, I felt like the count was a little bit long. But then, I mean, you look at Tyson Fury, and you gotta, even if the count was long, you gotta imagine like, you gotta figure Fury looked like he was perfectly fine. He was just laying down there, man, wait out the count. But when he got back up, he didn't really look dazed or anything like that, even though he did get knocked down again. But the count was long, but I feel like Fury would have made the count at 5 if he wanted to. But I don't know, man. I'm always gonna try and defend Wilder. I'm all Team USA all the way. I don't give a shit. Like, listen, if the UK could vouch for their countrymen, why can't we vouch for our countrymen? Like, why do we have to fucking stab our own guys in the back? That's not fair, dude. But yeah, man, that's my call.
All right. Oh, look who's here.
Let's go! Come on. Info Joe is a beast. Checkbox red, undefeated punchlines, better place your bet. The #1 call, fought my way up the ranks. Border Wars fighter, going hard in the paint. Boxing scene writers call me spectacular.
Yo, good morning, TBV. What up, Ness? Am I clear?
You are, what up?
Hey, what's up, man? First of all, everybody hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Yo, hey, man, I picked Wilder 3 times. I think we need to close this chapter, man. He lost. Fury got his number. I'm tired of the excuses over and over again. We've been talking about this shit for 2 years. He lost, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. It's over with. The chapter is closed. It was a great fight. The fans won. We need to accept it for what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. We need to just move on. This shit is going on for like, we're going to talk about this shit for another 3 years. More excuses, dissecting and all this shit. He lost fair and square, man. That's all I got, y'all. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day. Thanks for the show, Ness. Peace.
Peace. Let me see. All right, that is Huntsville. James, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness, man? How you doing?
Chilling.
Hey, man. Yeah. I'm exhausted, man. You know, I've been talking all types of shit this whole week about this kind of stuff, man. And, you know, I think you keep on throwing out these kind of excuses and these statements out there in the air, man. Wilder, sooner or later, is going to begin to lose relevancy within just boxing itself. Because people just going to get sick of this shit. It's going to get really stale. You know, Wilder should be proud that he gave us a great 5 rounds of boxing that night. And yes, you know, like people say, he fell on his shield or whatever and looked dead on his feet from round 6 to 11. You know, this shit's old, man. This shit's old. Anyways, man, hey, what about these fights this weekend, man? Give us some betting advice, man. I'm just really getting numb to this shit.
Well, you know, I mean, it's more like we should do a show on that. We got to come back because we need the help of the people, honestly. Like, it's a lot of fights out here, but there's not a lot of great money except for a few things. And the Hank Lundy fight is gone. Can't get that no more. So, not that y'all was believing in Lundy anyway, right? So, that wasn't going to work. Who we got here on the cash app? Where the cash at? Pass that. Who this? Marvin paid them Border Wars belt fees. So what was those? I don't know. All right, we'll look at it in a bit. All right. Sorry about the dead air, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. All right. So if we go to the betting lines, let me see. Did I miss anybody before I go down this betting? Who needs to get on that I didn't get to? Trying Mr. PBC yet again. How are ya? How are ya? No? All right. Bet then. What is this? Well, they got a picture of Future with the betting odds of football. Anyway, we're pulling them up. Bear with me. Boxer Voice, Ness, I saw your barber dumpster diving for his clip. Oh, you saying I need a barber? You saying I need a barber, bro? Damn, best dad ever. I'm not in New Jersey anymore, bro. You know, we got the illest barbers in Jersey. This is like Florida, man. It's like, you know what I mean? But that's all right. I'm old, man. I ain't worrying about haircuts these days. I'm going to start rocking a Kango like my man LL. It's over, baby. I don't get mad. But going back to these boxing matches, my man want to talk about my hair. My barber actually said there was no openings. He said possibly Saturday if someone's cancels, man. It's just, it is what it is. All right, but where is the boxing? Why am I not seeing anything here? Boxing odds. All right. So Daryl Jones, Javier Martinez. Javier Martinez, is that the Javier Martinez with TMT? Let me see. He ain't popular enough, I'll tell you that. Google search don't even bring him up. It is that one with T. He's split T. He was split T. Yeah, wow, they got him on the betting lines already. A 4-0 fighter. Check that out. And he too big of a favorite, though. Minus 3,000. All right, so we're on mybookie.ag. Let me scale this down so it fits for you. Bang, 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 bang. All right. And what? I like the Navarrete fight, but sheesh. Let me see. They still ain't give you the regular odds. Like, where is Navarrete by? Draw decision is 200. Gonzalez wins by decision plus 700. Navarrete by decision. But where's Navarrete by KO? They only got rounds. And then, obviously they got, will this fight go to distance? No, that's minus money. So they know they trying to knock him out. They think he getting a knockout. But you see, we got to wait. Today is what, Friday or Thursday? Today is Friday. Damn, we still ain't got no prop bet on Navarrete. There's two, but this where's the knockout? Straight knockout. I don't see. They only giving you rounds. Crazy. Nope. All right. That's the biggest name too, but let's see. Saturday, the Mikey fight. What else you got? Look, even Bradley Ray is a favorite and no prop bets. I put y'all on him. I don't know if y'all even remember. We interviewed this kid. Meredith Burtis is fighting, but he's a huge favorite. This is what I'm saying. There's really nothing. But let's see, though. Let's try a favorites parlay. See how that works. Some of these dudes are so much of favorites that they don't even let you do parlays with them, though. That's the problem right here. Martinez, I didn't like his first two fights. He kind of struggled, so let's leave him out. Let's go now. Arete. Is this the welterweight? I think this is the welterweight. He was fighting on the top rank card. Yep. He had that bad fight with DeMarco. That's where, I thought DeMarco beat him, so this dude is beatable. Angel Ruiz, who are you? 17-1. He lost to Javier Flores. in the DoubleTree. Okay. Who is this you beat? A Ukrainian, Kazakhstanian. Was he on the fast track, 12-0? Okay, so you got yourself a little upset win. How old is this dude? 29? You beat my man Bobby? Gotta give you credit for that. Who is Javier, though, that you lost to? Then they slept you. Oh, Javier looking cocky, Puerto Rican. And he lost to Quadratulo. Ronald Cruz, my boy from Philly, stand up. PA area. Wow, he got that off. My man came out of nowhere and slept the prospect. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I told you I bet last week. This is why I told you I bet last week, because it's so rare that you get a fight like last week where it was good money for both fighters. And look, both fighters like, Wilder nearly won in that fourth round if we're talking about the round count. So it was like money to make. But look at these favors. They're so overwhelming that, again, I don't think we're going to be allowed to put it in a parlay. But we could Brad, this is taking a chance. I don't even want to take a chance. See, I can't recommend Bradley Ray. Huey, I wouldn't even bet on Huey. He has no power. He's this on the back foot. And I'm talking about Huey Fury. He's on the back foot. But Hammer looked like shit in his last fight, right? Didn't Hammer last fought, he looked so sloppy and overweight. Who did he last fight? I'm Googling it. Fuck it. He looked bad, though, in that last fight, I know. Hammer. There it goes. Yoka. He looked like shit in that one. That was the one. It wasn't the Ortiz fight. It was the Yoka fight. I remember we watched that in France. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on Hammer, and I wouldn't bet on Huey, even though he's a huge favorite. I don't like Huey. Look how big of a favorite Eubank is. Are they even going to let him be in a parlay? Oh, wow, they let him be in a parlay. Because he's a huge favorite, so that's shocking. Marshall, she's another huge favorite. They're giving her to you. But look, we only got a plus 31. We barely at 100, and we already got 3 teams. This is what I'm telling you guys. It's not a beautiful weekend. And look, this is my guy, Nikita Abali, but I wouldn't recommend. He been looking bad. Even though Sonny Doverson is lost maybe his last 5. You just never know what's going to happen with Nikita until he starts looking top notch. I wouldn't be putting money on this dude. I just don't see who's worth it. Wow. Sorry about the silence. I'm just like reading these names, trying my best here. Jonathan Gonzalez. Wait a minute. Who is this? Oh my God. He ain't the Gonzalez I thought, if his name don't even come up. Oh my God. Oh, I'm about to say, I thought it was Mantequilla, but it's not. So this guy. Tampa. Miami. Kissimmee. Call him Florida native. Bronx. Caguas, but he been fighting in Florida like his last 1, 2, 3. What's this? He went to okay. Oh, he's little. Well, how much he weigh? 108. Lord have mercy. I'm not recommending that shit. That's not. This is what I'm saying, bro. There's nothing. Y'all should have listened to me last week. But let's put Mikey in there. Where'd that take us? Oh my God, nothing. Nothing, bro. You got to do this huge parlay, man. There's nothing. And that's it. That's the end of this week. Because, look, the next one is Shakur. And even that ain't going to help you. Look, you got to wait a whole week. And that, I mean, it's horrible out in these streets, man. This the one to take you over the top, though. You drop Oda in there. Bloop. See? And you jump to 3 plus 30, 335. I think he doing it, but that's even, this you better off with a straight bet versus doing that long ass dumb ass parlay just to get. I mean, not really, because Oda was straight bet. Or I said Oda, I know it ain't with no W. Oto straight bet. You won't get the same percentage, right? You see, if you add them, you get a 335. If you did straight Valine, is going to be 185, which isn't the greatest. You know what I mean? But there's nothing, man. There's nothing, James. I mean, you got to be a big better or a better. Like, I'm not a gambler like that. I like to gamble on pretty sure things, and this is all gambling right here. This is all too risky. There's nothing great out here. Let's see what props they got for Mikey, which probably is going to be nothing. No, they don't even have Mikey by knockout yet. This is crazy. They don't care about these fights, man. It's so whack. Brandon, the fucking grammar police. You see him? Brandon, the grammar police. You need to add that to your fucking intro. You're now tuned in to the grammar police producer. Yo, let me see what other callers we might have, man. Yeah, funny. I got you through lunch, though. We did it. Let me see here. Oh, CYP with the counter.
Yeah. No, this is a truce, right? You got Wilder fans who have been blamed for this Warrior narrative. When it wasn't us, it was heavyweight boxers, legends. It was Evander Holyfield, the Mike Tyson, the Freddie Atlases. Those are the ones who called Wilder a warrior for this fight. The fans agreed. It's not us, it's them. Go yell at them. But look, because y'all want to be so technical, Wilder's count was not long because Wilder went to the wrong corner. So legally, Wilder messed that up. CYP is telling you the count issue is dead because Wilder went to the wrong corner. Cool. But Wilder drew the first fight. It was a draw. Stop saying he lost 3 fights if you're going to call us delusional, because he didn't lose 3 fights. So let's be technical in Wilder's favor and in Fury's favor. If we're delusional and you're not, then we'll see what happens moving forward. Every single person who hears me say this, I want you to move on in the future saying it's 2-0-1. Wilder lost 2 times. Don't say he lost 3 times no more, because technically he didn't. And technically that count wasn't wrong. You said that works? Let's see who the real delusional fans are. CYP out.
All right. Shout out. And I think that's everybody. But I'm refreshing over here to make sure only nobody like I was about to. Shout out to Justin in Milwaukee with the love. And I see you, Potato Chip. Let me get to that because that had me laughing too. Who created that? That was Intrigue. Intrigue always creates good ones. He made like Butterkins, Republican, all that great stuff. But he added this one, which Potato Chip says, shout out to the super chat. He said, hashtag Wilder Warrior List. 3 laughing out loud emojis. And Justin Gonzalez says, keep the show going. Super chat challenge. Chat for chat. I mean, yeah, that'll keep me going because I was about to be out because I've gotten to everybody. Intrigue is still a boomerang, so talk to me. All right, so
I'm getting enough to say.
Okay. Well, that is everything. Let me see. Double checking the Cash App. I hate when I leave Hawk behind or somebody who uses that. And I think we are golden at the moment. That being said, arrivederci. Catch us on the next one. And that's GTO. I do have an Unguarded tonight at 8:30. If you are a fan of Border Wars, well, we have an Unguarded tonight at 8:30 with Sean, Mission Impossible Jones from Texas, Houston, Texas, and he will be facing Chino La Historia, a.k.a. Steven Rivera from Milwaukee. That's going to be a big fight. It's happening in Florida. Border Wars 13, Plant City. Check us out. We're selling tickets. There'll be food, drinks. We're going to have a live performance from an American Idol, Preston James, and he also is looking to fight. So if you are a celebrity DJ, you're a singer, you got some sort of following, hit me up. Maybe we could get you that celebrity fight with American Idol and voice participant Preston James. Best that ever. I know that the fights are on tonight, but not the main event. I got to do my Unguarded, baby. Border Wars, man. It's the baby of the brand. That being said, gotta go. Peace.